And welcome everybody to a really exciting matchup, a really exciting evening of Echo Arena here on Echo Arena VRML Channel 1. I'm SirDimwi, joined by Arwen. And your first, I didn't establish it. Arwen, is this your first cast?
This is my second cast. I did one last night with Aiden.
Yeah. Awesome. All right then, and then of course we got Ennard doing the sidelines. Ennard, is this your first cast?
This is my first cast on VRML, yes.
On VRML, fair enough. All right, and then of course we got Wonder T-Man on the cameras. Always excited to have Wonder here. And yeah, we're going to be starting off with Clutch Nuggets versus the Unknown Raptors at a gold tier matchup here. Ennard, you know, we were talking about this matchup before the show, and expecting a fair game here. Though I'm personally not too familiar with the teams. I'm not expecting you to be overly familiar with the teams, but it being a gold matchup, I mean, what would you, coming into this game, what do you think you might expect from these teams? Maybe.
Well, I mean, from my own experience, I'd say myself I'm around the same level as these guys, so I would definitely expect a lot of working together and not just trying to go by themselves.
A lot of teamwork, I would love to see it, especially, we've seen that sort of working its way down the ladder, Arwen. There's a lot of teamwork we see in VRML, and hopefully we'll see some of that here.
Yeah.
All right, these teams are lining up for their first joust advantage. Excuse me, first neutral joust of the evening of the game. Once again, Clutch Nuggets on the left in orange, the Unknown Raptors on the right in blue. And we are underway here. First touch to the Unknown Raptors. They're going to get a headbutt in, but there you go. First possession now to Clutch Nuggets. That is wild. 9117. Don't type that into your phone because you'll accidentally call the police. As Winged Victory here will handle this one on the near side too, sending one in, but a good interception there. What was it? Doggod? T-Doggod. I was going to say that one in. Like the playing with the palindrome. Isn't that what it is? A palindrome? Isn't that what that's called? I don't know. Winged Victory. You're going to turn that one around here, Arwen.
Here we have with T-Doggod again with the disc, but picked up by Orange, and they're going to try to get that clear out, but they don't quite get it. Now it's floating in open air, so we pick it up, and it's Winged Victory getting the clear all the way down to blue.
That's a good defensive stack there from the Unknown Raptors. As Blackjacks will get that one cleared out through the far side too, but takes a bounce there, maybe a forward from the teammate. And everybody in the area, nobody getting any good possession on it. It was slapped in there. And then Frosty for Clutch Nuggets will send that one back out of the bubble. As Frosty once again picks it up, sends it out. We'll send that clear in there. Far side trap as Zekoru. We'll get that one collected on the far side. Send it back in again. Neither team scoring just yet. Although good possession here. Stun out at the edge of the bubble. We're seeing the defenses do a really good job in this matchup.
Yeah, we're having a lot of back and forth kind of in Red's mid area. Orange. Orange mid area. They're getting a lot of even control here. But here we go, Blues trying to get it into bubble. They might go for the shot, and it's in!
Oh.
First points go to blue team. Unknown Raptors.
There you go. It took a minute 44 as T-Dog will accept that pass there on the left side shoulder and bring it in for the 1v1 against the goalie. A good execution by the Unknown Raptors there on that bubble attack. We're able to sneak it through the defense as John Cena while there on the far side receiving that pass as it's here to the near side Frosty. As Zekoru coming in here with some activity there. Frosty, they'll get that to John Cena. But no, your doctor. Oh my goodness. What is that name? No, your doctor. What does that even mean? I don't know. Blackjacks turns that one around. Arwen, this is well, it's got a little bit more fun, I think. Is know your doctor. Gonna get that goal there.
We have all the difficult names here today.
Of course we do. Of course we do. It wouldn't be a fun cast without some difficult names, though. To be honest.
Yeah.
Certainly add some color to the broadcast. Some entertainment. Some wilding out. Isn't that a TV show? Is it the Nick Cannon, right? Anyways, I don't know. Wild though. That's the here on the near side. Stunned out by T-Dogod. That is. Why is that such a difficult name to say? I don't know. Why is that such a difficult name to say?
I don't know. It's weird.
What do you mean you don't know?
You could say dog or god.
Right.
It's weird and flippy and hard to say.
Hard to say indeed, as that's going to be big scrum for it there on the far side, and it is T-Dog on himself sending that one out. Will be collected though by Blackjack setting it up. Will they get the bounce? Ooh, just wide. He may not able to get there as John Cena. No, excuse me, I was Wing Victory. Sends someone out. I was like yelling, John Cena! Jr. sends someone out as it does make its way into the blue bubble. And it will be the blue defense there to pick it up, Arwen.
Trying to get that clear out. They kind of just leave it floating. John Cena could get this pickup pretty easy. Looking for the passes, and he passed over to Winged Victory. Winged is passing it back down to Boot. John Cena's going to pick that up, bring it over to Frosty. Having a little trouble connecting those passes, but Frosty with the pass back to Winged. Winged with the self-pass, bouncing off that wall here. They're going to throw it, but oh, he's stunned out. Chase for disc right now. And it looks like Frosty's going to pick it up, get that pass maybe over to Wild, and there it is, but it bounces down. Still kind of just getting these passes in, and oh, the steal. Blue team gets it all the way out and into Orange's side.
And that will be Orange there to close. Nice shield there on the defender. Who did he stun out there? Was that Blackjack? It may have been. I'm not entirely certain. No, it was Know Your Doctor. Wonder got a great angle on that. As I'm questioning it, stream's probably going, are you serious? We can see his name. I could not, to be fair. As T-Dogod, beautiful interception there, covers that lane, covers that player. And though back in the hands of Clutch Nuggets, though they are currently down by 4 as we're halfway through this first round. As we have rounds here in VRML. There's Know Your Doctor. We'll get this one cleared out into the Clutch Nuggets zone. They have a player there. That's Blackjack on the far side. Collects it. Then loses it. I believe that was a headbutt, but it is Frosty _dash. We'll send that one out and into the hands of the teammate there. Winged Victory. A long heave in. We'll take a bounce there. Set up next to the goal there. Uncontested there. 3v0, 3v3. And there you go. Took them a while with the Clutch Nuggets. We'll get their first goal here and cut that 4-point lead in half. As the Unknown Raptors will get the joust advantage here.
It's a nice shot by Frosty there. Orange has had more possession, which I think is kind of odd because they've had a lot more possession, but they've definitely had less. Well, they've scored less points, but they definitely have some good defense over there.
Oh my goodness. Sizzle hyphen in chat says, uh-oh, ooh, that was an opportunity there from Zekoru, but Frosty sent out. But Sizzle hyphen in the chat says, pretty sure it's TDO God. Wait, I'm sorry, that would actually be really funny because SAO Kirito, I called Sal Corrido for a long time. And so if this is it, also JDG is here. I called JD Jashir for a long time.
I remember that.
Yeah. So TDO God is just another one among the long list of names I didn't quite get. But now I'm really curious. What is TDO? Sizzle, if you could let us know in the chat, that I want to know. So TDO God is the name there. It is Zekoru. Send this one around, and then the slap, the bounce off the Geo there to the far side will be collected by John Cena. And moving into the bubble, though they have a back pass option there. They do opt for that back pass as well. Setting it up here. Uh-oh, wing victory moving on in. Stolen by Blackjack. Turns that one on. Clears it out through that far side too.
Looks like Frosty's gonna try to get that disc, but he gets stunned out now. Here is No Doctor trying to get the pass over to Zoru, and Zoru just dings it off the rim. It's a chase for the disc now, and TDO God gets it and then goes for and gets shot, but it's another ding. Trying to get that back pass there underneath, and looks like it's going to be cleared all the way out by Orange again.
You know what's funny about that name? It's Frosty. Oh, long shot! Look at that! From the near side tube, 27 meters, 18 meters a second. The sidearm shot will sink for a 3 there, and suddenly, Clutch Nuggets have a 1-point lead here over the unknown Raptors. And I was gonna say, Arwen, when you said TDO God, I got confused. I thought you were in distress because it sounded like you said TDO God, and I was like, wait, what happened? I'm like, oh no, TDO God. It wasn't you. It's the name, and the name totally threw me off. I love it though, because that's the kind of stuff, you know, there was back in, I think, season 1 or season 2, one of the European teams, back when it was easier to change your name and all this stuff, like it was before the rules got really strict about that. One of the players in one of the European games, me and Powder were casting, because that's a shot there off the post, changed his name to Your Mom. And me and Powder could not keep it straight for that whole cast as a result of it, and we had a lot of fun with it.
Like
There's a highlight reel of it somewhere out there. As wing victory.
Going in for the shot. Doesn't quite get it, but here Orange can maybe get that. Oh, and another good save. Blue managed to slap it out of bubble here, but I think Winged is going to get that. Going for the back pass to Wild. Going up to Frosty. Frosty trying to get a pass clear. Will he get it? It looks like he's trying to get someone to not be covered. Looking. He drops the disc. Wild has it going in for the backboard, but it just stings again.
And that is TDO God who's going to look to send that one out. Hits the nugget there, the near side trap. But Frosty gets recovered, stunned out. Disc is loose only for a moment. Good stun there by Blackjack. They're stunned out themselves. As Wild, a 9117 sends that one up a little bit too far ahead of John Cena. As it is John Cena sending that one in. Wow. Wow, that is not the call I wanted to give John Cena's first goal in this game. But John Cena will get that first goal, and their team will go up by 3. And there's only going to be, oh my goodness, only about 13 seconds here, Arwen.
Yeah, this will be a tough thing for Raptors, but I think they can do it if they play their games right. This is a really nice close game so far.
It really is. Sorry, go ahead.
Orange has really managed to pull it up close, but I think they're going to get this round.
And there you go. Orange will take it. Clutch Nuggets take it 7-4. And you can't blame it on that long 3 that you might go, oh, it was a lucky shot, because they got another one after that. So we're going to pass it off to Ennard, 1546. What a first round. What a very interesting first round as Clutch Nuggets ultimately take that victory.
That was really amazing. And sorry. And Unknown Raptors almost came back on that. I really thought they could do it. Maybe put the game into overtime. Just unlucky with that stun over by the trench down there. Definitely, I'm surprised the amount of teamwork compared to just doing it by themselves is a lot more than I expected, but for some reason still less than I wanted them to do.
There have been quite a lot of good passes here, definitely from both Clutch Nuggets and the Raptors, but I have noticed that Clutch Nuggets has had just a few more kind of thrown in there, really waiting their time out, looking for the open passes, which is always a good thing to do.
Yep.
It does sound like we got a timeout here. Well, it'll be sorry, not a timeout. That's actually not the proper term for it. It's a an intermission extension. Of course, teams are welcome to extend that 1 minute intermission using the timeout feature up to 5 minutes for any reason whatsoever. And it does not count as your timeout. Since we're taking a timeout here, I can mention Fall Fest, 6 weekends, 3 leagues, 1 passion, starting October 15th. Actually, honestly, starting like this weekend, there's stuff going on. What is this weekend? It's the Blast On Last Chance qualifiers this weekend. You can sign up for that. I believe there's a landing page somewhere over at VRML.gg. Check that out. And then next weekend, starting next weekend, Pavlov is having their qualifiers for their finals. They do that over 2 weekends. That's the 15th, 16th, and then 22nd, 23rd. And then on the 22nd, 23rd as well, you're going to have Lanada. You're going to have Onward Regional Finals. You're also going to have my brother's wedding. Shout out to Broman. I don't think he's watching. And then the week, I'll be at that wedding. The weekend after that, 29th and 30th, you've got Pavlov. I think that's when the Pavlov finals are, actually. Yeah, Pavlov finals are that weekend. And then the Onward Regional or World Qualifier. Man, they got so much stuff going on over there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And then, November 5th and 6th, of course, Onward World Finals. We don't care about that. And then, but we do care about that. Challenger Cup 3. That's the one, basically, a last chance qualifier for our finals here at Echo Arena VRML. Then the 12th, 13th, 19th, 20th are the finals weekends. And then November 20th is going to be the grand finals weekend. It's actually going to be huge. And as of just today, I finalized, we finalized the actual, the likely round schedule for the whole thing. For every region, all the formats, every region's round schedule, when they start, where they're playing, all that stuff. So we've got that all settled out. Of course, we're not going to put that whole thing out yet. There's too much information. It's just information overload for most people. We will put out, like, when the streams will be starting on those days in the coming weeks. But yeah, we're nailing it all down. The creator team is doing some amazing stuff for finals. There's also going to be a lot of basically, we'll put it this way: there's a ridiculous amount of resources being put into both Fall Fest and Echo Arena VRML finals, especially November 20th. So you are seriously not going to want to miss this one. This is probably the biggest. This will be the biggest thing VRML has ever put on yet.
I'm really excited for it.
It's got to be so cool.
Here we have our unpause, so we should be getting back into the match any minute now.
Should be. Let's see. Yeah, 7 seconds. So, and chat. We haven't done. We haven't done any sort of call to action in chat. Chat. I don't know. What should we vote on? Anybody got any ideas? Any ideas for a vote?
I don't know.
Chat. Vote on if we should have a vote. A 1 or a 2. A 1, should we have a vote? 2, we shouldn't have a vote. Type that into chat as we're going to start here in the second round. Once again, the first round was taken by Clutch Nuggets. It was at 7-4. As Clutch Nuggets have the first possession here, winning victory, moving into the bubble, stunned out there. Zekoru. Chat apparently overwhelmingly wanting a vote on something. Funny enough, you're getting your wish right now, Frosty. On the first side, that's so mean. Wow, no, long one. Ambitious says, "Know your doctor." Guess I'm picked off there, Arwen.
It's a open chase for disc here, and it looks like we're gonna have Clutch Nuggets getting first grabs. Oh, but no, the unfortunate grab on Geo. Here we have attempted pass. It's getting picked up now by Zekoru, passing it over to Blackjacks. Blackjacks waiting for those passes to get open, but oh, the stun by Frosty. Frosty's gonna clear it all the way. And it's another sprint run for the disc. Here we go with Wildcat. Oh, but he's stunned out. Picked up by Zekoru, trying to get that out, but no, it's scored by John Cena.
John Cena! That music works so well with it too. That goal music. It'll be Clutch Nuggets. There with that first goal, if they took the round 1 victory, they're looking to finish this one out in 2. And So it will be interesting rollout here. Did somebody get stuck there in the back? They did. So a scuffed rollout, maybe, or is that a trick rollout?
Might have been
I'm
a
not
trick.
sure.
They're putting it really smoothly.
Right? And like either that's a really confident recovery, or that was a trick play, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure which it
Yeah,
is.
I don't know.
Either way, it might be impressive. It's look at that!
Oh, long shot by Winged Victory.
Oh, that I've not heard this one. This must be
that's
from the pass.
Yeah, it's the first one you unlock in the pass.
Huh. So that's some pass music right there, and actually really fitting of the situation. Very dramatic.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to be picked up here by the Raptors. Trying to get that juggling, but no, it's going to be... Oh, but the stun from Zekoru, trying to get the pass back to Blackjacks. Blackjacks getting a cut in for another shot. First points on the board for Raptors here. Made by TDO God. Still struggling with the name there.
It's just but those are some of the most fun to me. There was another one night. It was me and Palador doing it, and since then I've learned how to say it. At the time I wasn't sure, and we neither of us could really pull it off that night. But I have since gone back, and the name was Globglo Gabgalab.
I remember
it's based
that
off
too.
of some song. Yeah, that was neither of us could say it, but now I can say it. Now I can say it. And I'm very proud of that fact, as this one will be collected there on the far side by TDO God. Speaking of the devil, as Winged Victory turns that one around. I need TDO God to score here a really fantastic goal, so I can shout out TDO God as that one on the far side will be collected. Set up here, Wild trying to get that one to John Cena. Good stack there. Look at that. Frosty going to send this one over to John Cena. Moving on in. Hits it for the two. That is, his name is John Cena! Junior.
Nice 18 there, too.
Beautiful 18. And that's a 5-point lead. Look at this. Clutch after the first round. I really thought, the Unknown Raptors were going to get a slow victory there. But now it's looking like clutch nuggets are starting to pop off a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Oh, and they get the successful juggle this time, getting all the way down. They can get that easy two.
And who was it? TDO God!
TDO God!
Getting that one in. Wow, what a play there. That was a dribble. Was that a dribble?
Yeah, that was a dribble.
Absolutely phenomenal.
They had tried it last round. It didn't go so well, but they really pulled it together there.
Yeah, that looked fantastic. Reminds me of the old Anomaly.
Yeah.
Back when the chocolate, the Sweet Tooth days.
Chocolate and Sweet Tooth had quite that stack.
They did, and again now on they're on another team now. I can't remember. It's TDO God hits that one for a 3. Look at that tie game, 7-7. We're halfway through the second. Wow, suddenly we have a game here.
Raptors are really starting to get into their flow also now, so still being a nice close game.
Are we gonna get a round 3? That is a question all the people are asking. In fact, it's going to be in the New York Times tomorrow. It says, TDO God, that's going to get a flat bounce. It does. Look at that stack. The Unknown Raptors stack has just been popping off the last few minutes. And just like that, they have a 9-7 lead.
And here we have Clutch Nuggets here with the joust again. Going to be picked up by John Cena. Passed over into tunnel, getting it down all the way into blue bubble. It's a race for the disc here. It looks like TDO God is going to get that. Clear it all the way down.
That takes that bounce there, far side. Where will be Winged Victory getting that one picked up. There into the hands of Wild 9-1-1-7. As Frosty back in here to John Cena, open goal, just wide. Zekoru, we'll get that one collected there. Also, what's this Jerry business in the chat? And some Blackjacks, and that one on the far side does get that one ported through. What's up, Kick Catastrophe? And good defensive stack there to pick that one up. Winged Victory. Loses it. Disc is loose. Stack coming in. Watch out. That stack has been punishing TDO God.
TDO God. Oh, and another shot by TDO God.
Oh, Jury is Sweet Tooth's team. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Now I feel like a jerk and an idiot. I'm like, what's their team name? And everyone's in chat like Jury. And then a minute later, I'm like, what is this Jury business?
Yeah.
Wow. Wonder, chill. No, don't quit. Don't quit, man. No, it's fine. No, I appreciate. No, I really appreciate it. Calm down. Wonder, calm down. Wonder, chill. Wonder, chill. I'm just kidding. Wonder hasn't said a word. He's annoyed with me now. He's so annoyed with me. I do this to him all the time, and yeah. It's the extreme ending. Wonder angry. As John Cena. Uh-oh, actually wild. Nope. TDO God. We'll turn that one around here, Arwen.
It's not quite a bounce out though, but it looks like Zikoru's gonna still get that disc. Try to get that clear, just bounces into trap. But here we go, that stack coming in quickly to get that. And they're getting it all the way down into orange bubble. And another stack there, but they didn't quite manage to get the disc. Oh, but somehow it's still back into TDO God's hands. Looking for the pass there, gets the blackjacks. Oh, and the headbutt save. Still kind of floating around here, back into Zikoru's hands. And now pass to TDO God once again. Backing out a little bit here. They're waiting for their opportunity, getting the pass over to your doctor. But the save and then the clear all the way down.
Oh my, that
Oh,
almost
and that was
goes
almost in.
Oh!
Oh, and the ding.
Oh! See what he did there?
Yeah.
That scoop. Oh, what a scoop. I want some ice cream now. As we get a timeout here, I would imagine from the Unknown Raptors. I don't see the overlay at the moment. It was Unknown Raptors? No, it was Clutch Nuggets. Wow. Clutch Nuggets taking that time out there. They get the goal, and then they take a timeout here, probably to plan. Because yeah, they did win the first round, 7-4. And then they fell a little bit behind here, but now only 2 points away. Entered. If you are Clutch Nuggets, oh wait. Are we back? Oh, okay.
Oh, yes, I'm here.
They tripped me out. Oh my goodness. So the Unknown Raptors were set up in their tube there. I thought they were coming out on a just here.
Oh, no.
Entered. If you are Clutch Nuggets, I mean, if this, presuming this isn't a technical timeout, if this is for something strategic, what would you anticipate would be the strategy here? Is it just to discuss, and if they're discussing, what might they be discussing in this moment?
I would definitely say they're trying to discuss how can they kill as much time as possible, but still tie or take the lead in this current point. Round.
You think they're going to be looking to run it down the next 140 and just get that last goal to either tie it, send it overtime, or get like the 1 point victory?
Yup.
Interesting
Definitely
strategy.
That's gonna be their plan, and they really just need to get that 1 point, but they don't want to play longer than they need to. So.
Because I guess that is the thing about this game is, it's good to score, but when you score, you're guaranteeing that the other team is going to get the disc back. And so obviously, you do want to play that clock. So that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Looks like it is some sort of tech timeout because Winged Victory is left.
Yep.
Indeed. I do not agree. Oh, apparently Winged Victory had to go.
Oh, no.
So I would presume we'll see a substitute. Moving on in.
Possibly.
Yeah, that would be quite the inconvenience for Clutch Nuggets, especially after getting that first round victory, and then coming back within 2 in the second round. I'm sure the hope was let's try to get up as far as we can in the second round, and then that can carry us the rest of the way if Winged has to go, and obviously that plan didn't quite work out as intended, and so if that was presuming that was a plan, and so now down by 2 in the second round and potentially facing a third round situation, looks like they're gonna have to replace a player here.
They do have a full roster, so it shouldn't be too hard, but could be a bit of time if they didn't plan for this.
Victory saying I'm getting my other VRML teammates or a sub.
Right, let's hope they can get it in time.
Hope so.
Wonder says Frosty's getting bullied. Looks to me like Frosty is doing the bullying from his own tube.
Yeah.
So correction on that. And once again, finals are gonna be just remember November 20th. I mean, everything else you'll see dates and stuff everywhere. The date you need to remember is November 20th. Like that's the day to not forget. That's the day to not miss. And I have a I just I just got the server for the game an hour from now, so that's useful. Thank you, Mozzie.
Oh yeah.
Was not expecting that in the I thought it was going to be something else entirely. I was like, oh, all right then. But yeah, once again, November 20th. I don't know, Juicebox and what game is that? Juicebox and Vicious is going to be that game at an hour from now. We have another one before then, however, scheduled to start in the next 15 minutes.
Diamond and Tyro NA.
Diamond and Tyro NA, exactly. Yes, Black Diamond, right? Black Diamond.
Yep, Black Diamond.
And I'm not putting versus here. I'm just putting Vicious Juicebox.
Vicious
Juicebox. That's the game an hour from now. Hopefully these. Let's see. Do we have communication here? Not at the moment. So hopefully we can. These teams will get their that replacement in quickly. If we delay too long. Oh, they already got someone. Look at that. Already.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Cool. Actually, I was watching stream. I think that person's been here for a minute, probably.
I didn't notice, so.
They joined halfway through your sentence.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like yeah, teams have unpaused. We got 12 seconds on the clock. Minute 40 here in the second round. Clutch Nuggets down by 2. They did win the first round. If they win the second round, they'll finish it in 2. If the unknown Raptors who are on the blue side here, if they get the victory here in the second round, we will be going to a third. So unknown Raptors coming out on this Joust advantage. Blackjacks handles that one, sends it to the near side too. A little bit too far ahead of the intended target. Disc is loose. Will be collected by the defense. That is Arls 1. Arls 1. Somebody help me with that one if I'm doing it wrong. Saying it wrong because that'll be a slap. Back of the first two. Frosty with it. Minute 10 on the clock. Frosty sends that one up. It's going to be a good dump in there, though, off of the near side post. And back towards mid here, Arwen. This is going to be close here in the last minute.
Yeah, Zikoro picking it up, trying to get that clear down. He does succeed. It's in bubble now, kind of working to pick it up. TDO God gets it, but snatched out by Frosty. Getting that clear back out into Trench. It's another chase for Disc. Let's see who gets here first.
Blue team takes possession.
Zikoro gets it and tries to clear it out, but that was almost a really nice mail slot there.
Yeah, that looked really good.
Frosty's gonna get this Disc back again. He's looking for those passes, trying to get those last points they need. Wild passing it back to Frosty, going in for the but he's stunned out by goalie. TDO God clearing it out. It's hovering him in right now. John Cena gets it, but then snatched immediately by Blackjacks, trying to go for that long shot. It's almost in. Frosty has this, and that is game. We're going to round 3.
We are in fact going to round 3. So 7-4 in the first round in favor of Clutch Nuggets. And then 11-9 in the second round in favor of Unknown Raptors. Going to round 3 now. As well, so we'll hunt it off at Ennard 1-5-4-6. I know we just talked to you a minute ago. But now again, what a good second round there. Very interesting victory there by the Unknown Raptors.
Definitely, yeah. If you notice at the end of maybe last 15 seconds or so, after that clear that Unknown Raptors got, if you notice, they had Clutch Nuggets had 2 of their players stay back on the blue side, hoping to get that Hail Mary clear and hopefully get that tying goal or the winning goal.
Yeah, and it almost worked out for them. They got really nice close into goal. They almost got that shot.
Yeah, they had multiple opportunities. That half court by Frosty there just looked like the disc slipped from his hand.
Yeah, he's stunned out.
So 20 seconds left here in this intermission. Going to this round 3. Also, I'm sure the Tyro guys are watching. So just so you know, we shouldn't be late if we start this round on time. We'll just be moving in, and in the final in the few minutes leading up to your game there. But I'm sure you guys know what's going on. You are professionals, and we respect the crud out of you guys. It's so hard. You know how easy it is to curse on a cast? Do you have any idea how easy it is to curse on a cast? It's so easy. It's so easy to do.
Yeah.
And you know what helps? If you had one parent who didn't care and another parent who did, you learn to use that filter really efficiently. You know what I mean? That does help.
Yeah, that would definitely help.
As Zekoru, my parents were divorced and had two very different styles of parenting. As Arls, we'll send that one through, and it makes its way to the far side. As Loose here, ultimately into the hands of Clutch Nuggets, sending that one into the offensive zone now here, Arwen.
Know Your Doctor is going to get that, though, and get it out into trap. Kind of getting that disc, and they clear it all the way out. It's bouncing up now with the chase for disc. Here comes Know Your Doctor, trying to get that shot in, but nope. He gets stunned out. TDO God trying to get that pass, and once again, their passes are a little iffy right now. Give me that back pass, though, nice and slowing it down. Blackjack passing over to TDO God. TDO trying to get a little bit of juking in. Passes to Zikoru, who's going to go for the shot, and it dings right off the edge. Back in the hands of Blue, though. They still have it, and they get that shot.
There you go. TDO God will get the first goal here of the third round. And with that one, the Unknown Raptors will take the early lead here. It took, it was just about a minute. I didn't actually see the register time, but you're looking over a minute and a half, so it's like a minute 10, minute 15, or right about minute 10. As Arls, I think I'm saying that right. Looking for the far side there. Instead, it's a turnover at least. So the Unknown Raptors sending one in. Will be collected there by Know Your Doctor, trying to get that one in 1v4, somehow still finds a pocket. That's a 4-point lead suddenly to the Unknown Raptors.
Yeah, Unknown Raptors is definitely stepping up their game now. They need to get this round. Well, this could go either way, really, but Unknown Raptors getting that early lead is definitely the mental that helps.
No, that is John Cena Jr. sending that one through the far side, too. Takes that bounce up to the ceiling. Loose here for a moment. Defense does get there. That's TDO God sending it to mid, but Wild at mid, able to get that one back here for Clutch Nuggets. But look at that read. Know Your Doctor is able to get in that lane, anticipate that pass, and get that interception. It's turning it around. Will be a scrum for it there on the far side. Trap, and it will be Frosty with it for the Clutch Nuggets, turning that one around again. And that one is sending there. I believe it was intended for John Cena. Now disc loose for, TDO God getting collected for the Unknown Raptors there on the far side, sending it near side here. There's a trap. Frosty with the recovery, turning it back around. Soft pass, beautiful pass to Arls. Just sends that one up here to Wild. What a little pass sequence there that was. Nice pass sequence all the way through, and they get the points. That is how you work your way up to the goal. And they have cut that lead in half, 4-2.
If both teams have had really nice passes this game, and that's one of the best kind of rounds I've seen there.
It did look
Nice,
really
beautiful
pretty.
short passes, yeah. Here we go with Unknown Rappers with Joust again. Blackjack's taking it, passing it over, but it's gonna hit trap and go right into the hands of Owls. Oh, but Know Your Doctor gets it back. He gets it nice and forward. Stuck on the ground here. Know Your Doctor picks it up again. Tries to get that pass to God. TDO God, but doesn't quite get it. And then Orange gets it all the way out. Looks like Blue's gonna pick that back up though. Trying to get a pass, I believe, but it bounces off and goes right into the hands of Frosty. Frosty going for another nice slow pass. They're gonna continue doing this little pass thing. It's working really well for them so far. Frosty gets the pass over to John Cena. John Cena looks, see there's an almost open goal. Tries to go for the shot, but they're quite a jumble for the disc, and oh, almost gets that in there. Wild still manages to pick it up after all that, and oh my gosh, the shots. It's so close, but still somehow Raptors manages to get that all the way cleared out again.
And TDO God, oh my goodness. Wow, did I really just do that? I just blew that call so hard. Oh my goodness.
You keep saying you're trying to do that.
Right, I mean, it's literally the palm of my hand. I can just be like, TDO God! And I'm like, TDO God, oh my goodness. Like, did I, really? That is, talk about dropping the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Rub it in, Arwen. Rub it in. Rub it in. As that one will be turned around there, but know your doctor. Clutch Nuggets were looking for a quick one there, as the Unknown Raptors now have a 5-point lead. As TDO God turning up and around, they are really wanting to make up for. Again, I see here early on in this game, in that first round, early on in the first round, the Unknown Raptors looked to be in control for the most part. And then Clutch Nuggets just had a phenomenal second half of that first round, and then the second round, Clutch Nuggets did really good in, and then the Unknown Raptors pushed up 11-9. And since then, it's been the Unknown Raptors in control of this game, now up 7-2. Although Frosty for the Clutch Nuggets will turn that one around. As it's collected, know your doctor. On the other side, ducking one, moving on in as another one there. Backs it out to Blackjacks. Back to know your doctor, shot there off of the inside of the post. As it makes its way back here to the near side, and Frosty will clear that one out, but there in the hands of Blackjack on that shallow back line. Now scrum for this one.
Looks like Orange is still going to get that, and they're trying to clear that out, but unluckily hits Cloud. Blackjack's here with a disc again, trying to get that pass. He does. TDO going for the cut, and the self goal? I think that was a headbutt.
Actually, so a little bit of both. Well, it looks like it was a headbutt that turned into, so it may have been a deflection that may have been on it, so that may have gone in anyways.
Yeah.
But it technically it Chicago'd in off of the headbutt.
Chicago, wow.
It did. So I think even though it Chicago'd in, I think it was going to go in anyways. But ooh, whoa, shot there is just wide. Another opportunity here from Sekoru, gets it. They get 2 in a row. It took only 12 seconds for the second one. Then have a 9-point lead. Yeah, so very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Chicago, that would have been a goal anyways.
Yeah. It's definitely some new stuff with the new goalie kind of ping situation. Some different things happened there. Unknown Raptors is really getting ahead here, though. They have a good chance of getting this.
And now Zekoru sending this one back out. Oh, that bounce there. Getting very near the goal. Instead, it will be Frosty. Gonna get back around. 9-point lead to the Unknown Raptors. Uh-oh, there's a dropout here for Clutch Nuggets. 2 dropouts.
Ooh, 2 dropouts.
That is unfortunate, as Know Your Doctor will score that one. That is not good here for Clutch Nuggets.
Oh, that is not good.
Yeah, very sudden. As an 11-point lead here for the Unknown Raptors, and unfortunately, now the rule is, so just to clarify the rule, if anybody's curious, there is a rule that says you have to have 3 players at the start of a round. 3 roster players at the start of a round. That is the reason it is phrased like that is for situations like this, where you have players who drop out in the middle of the round, and suddenly, literally, Clutch Nuggets, I believe, only have 1 roster players, unless RLs is actually rostered. I wasn't sure if that was a league sub or not, but let's say hypothetically it's a league sub, and they only have 1 player in. Is, yeah. Okay, well, let's say hypothetically, let's say just hypothetically they were a league sub. The situation would be Wild would be the only roster player left here. They would be able to still finish the round according to the rule, because we wanted to allow for you to, if this were to happen, to get those players back in and then start the next round when you can. Obviously, there's time constraints involved, and Zekor will get another one. But yeah, so no breaking of the rules currently, but if there was another round after this, they would not be able to continue, even if RLs is a roster player, if they have 2 rostered right now in the game. Even if RLs is a roster player, they wouldn't be able to do that next round if there were one. But it looks like there won't be. Also, we got a timeout here from... Well, they're unpausing pretty much immediately. I don't know if there's much Clutch Nuggets can do in this situation. Even if they did get a league sub and another player in, 15-point deficit, that's a minimum of 5 goals, which is basically a minute 20 you need in reset time. So they're out of mathematical time as it is. And then on top of that, you know what I mean, if you're getting a league sub and all, that is harsh there. Is the Unknown Raptors are not slowing down here. It looks like they're going to be hunting for a mercy right now. Zekoru will get that one for the 2, and they have a 17-point lead. We have a minute to go here. And what is, just kind of finishing this one out, I think.
Yeah, those points really do count, though. For the MMR boost, it gets you any point counts. So Unknown Raptors is really just trying to get their ranks up.
And so trying to do what they can here, Clutch Nuggets, but suffice it to say, I think this one is in the books here. We will see the Unknown Raptors getting a victory here. If this was a 3, it would end the round. But instead, it's a 19-point victory. It's only going to be about 12 seconds. We'll see if they end with that mercy anyways. But Yeah, we have another game to get to here. And that is going to be Black Diamond versus Tyro NA, scheduled to start in 2 minutes. And checking. Is that going to be okay? So Jeep Girls is going to be with me on that. So Arwen and Ennard, is this? I'm not sure what y'all's intention is for the next 2 games.
I believe I'm sidelining for
You're gonna be
basically
sidelined?
the rest of the night.
Okay. All right. So we'll have Arwen here. Ennard, thank you for joining us this evening. I will let you. As we're finishing out here, I'm not going to not let you talk again. Well, we will be moving on to the Black Diamond versus Tyro game. But Ennard, as we close this one out, unfortunate there for the Clutch Nuggets. Losing those 2 players there, but had they not, it was the unknown Raptors were starting to run the points up there. They were looking pretty strong, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It sucks that their 2 players had to drop out. Not sure if it was a technical problem or they just happened to get frustrated and didn't want to finish the game. Hopefully that's not the case. But definitely, yeah, if they had all 4, they definitely could have come back and taken this game.
So with that, thank you, Ennard. With that, because we are running a little bit behind, we're going to go ahead and transition quickly into that next matchup. And once again, that's Black Diamond versus Tyro NA. So Ennard, thank you for joining us today on, I believe, your first VRML cast. Also, congratulations on getting that in the book there. And I'm excited that I was a part of that. And hopefully it's one of many. But of course, Arwen will still be with us for the next one on the sidelines. Jeep Girls will be joining us here in a moment after this transition. So, with that being said, I've been SirDimwi. That was Arwen casting. Ennard 1546 doing our analyst desk, and Wonder Team on the cams. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Spark Mini Companion app for your Quest headset. First, go into your Echo Arena settings and turn API access on, then restart Echo Arena. Also, your phone and Quest do need to be on the same internet connection. For Android, go to the Play Store, search Spark Mini. For iOS, click the first link in the description, click View in App Store, and download Test Flight. Now go back to the page and click Start Testing. It's going to open in Test Flight. Install Spark Mini and open it. OK, next, start testing. Now you want to click this Find Quest IP button, but if it doesn't work, it's not a problem. We just have to manually find the Quest IP. Go into your Quest settings, then Wi-Fi settings, click on the Wi-Fi network you're currently connected to, scroll down, you'll see Advanced Settings, open that up. Scroll down more and you will see IP address. It should start with 192.168. Note this IP, go back into Spark Mini, click Settings in the bottom right, and input the IP address from your Quest. So I'm currently in a private arena in Echo. If you don't see anything here, you need to join a lobby or match. To join Spark Links, go into the Share Match tab, paste your Spark Link, and click Join. Once again, you do need to be in a lobby or match to do this.
chat.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
And welcome back, everybody. We have a really exciting matchup for you here. We have Tyro NA versus Black Diamond, and you had them right on the intro screen there, Wonder, but they got reversed. There they are. There we go. So there you go. Tyro NA will be on the left in orange. Luke, Alex, one and only Carl Ove, not with an R, and Black Diamond. How many people even know what that reference is? Jeep, you know Carl Ove. Anyways, Black Diamond gonna be Vitality, Cutie, Spades, and Plunge. Once again, I am SirDimwi. Jeep Girl is going to be co-casting with me here on this one. And Arwen, now going to be occupying that sideline spot. Arwen, we'll throw it to you first before we get started here. This is a really exciting matchup. I expect some really top-level ocarina out of these two teams.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a high-level matchup for sure. I know both these teams are really good, so I'm excited to see kind of all the passing. I know Tyro has been having a really nice season this time, so their passes have been great.
So here we go, launching out, neutral joust underway. First touch will be the Tyro NA. Luke getting that first touch. That is Luke, the one you see. Also, I have let him know how jealous I am of his tagline with the one you see. That is too clever. As Spades will turn this one around, Jeep.
Yes, and that one's going to go all the way down almost to the bubble, and they are going to pick that back up right there. Oh, a nice steal, and that's going to be sinking the first goal in for Black Diamond is Plunge. Nice.
Very important goal there for Black Diamond here against Tyro NA. And Josh saying, I put 1K on Tyro on purpose. Of course you did, because Tyro is awesome, and we all know it.
We also have a hydrate in there, so make sure that you drink up. And thank you so much, Blitz, for the hydrate. We appreciate it.
I'm allergic to water. As Carl Ove stunt outlaw shot Spades. Wow, what a play!
That was, and that's going to put Black Diamond in the lead here, just a little over a minute in, with 5 points up already on the board. We are going to have to dig deep here and get some points for Tyro, so they'll gain some momentum and keep moving. That's going to be one you see sitting that just quickly down to one and only. Lots of ones on this team. They are number one indeed, and that disc is going to go right back out into the tunnel. Who's going to get there first? It is the one you see.
And Wonder in chat says, Dimwi only drinks G Fuel. That is incorrect. I don't drink anything. I chew my coffee beans raw. As Evan is sent in there, we'll take a bounce off of the ceiling collected by Alex 14 on the far side and brings it in here. Luke on the back line. Looking for that feed in. Good feed in there. Carl Ove, edge of the bubble. Set up there to Luke. That is how you pinch in as a backliner. That is how you collapse around a bubble. That was a beautiful bubble attack. 2 points on the board for Tyro.
That was. I'm gonna have to make some notes over here to apply that. See if we can make that work. That was phenomenal, and maybe that'll get the ball rolling. The disc. Get the disc rolling here, literally, and that is gonna be a quick joust. Having to send that quickly to Plunge over to Spades. Spades loses possession though to the one you see. Gonna shoot that in, but it's gonna bounce off of the shield. One and only gonna pick it back up, giving it to Carl. Carl is going to just dunk that one, and it's a 1 point match.
Edward, I had to look that up. That's funny. I think it's grind set. I think it's supposed to be a D instead of a G, but still really funny. I've never heard of that.
educate the
that-
class, please?
It's like an uber alpha male thing. It's one of I think it's supposed to be aware of itself and comical. Maybe I think I'm not sure. I think so. As satire. Okay, yeah, that's how it comes off as plunge. Well, plunge that one in for a 2. See what it did there? 3-point lead now to Black Diamond.
Okay, so I have to admit, I'm still completely lost on the conversation that was at hand, but that is okay.
Have you heard like alpha male, like that whole thing, like
Yeah,
alpha?
of course.
So Sigma is it's basically taking that to a comical extreme. As this one set in here, they'll get the 3 spades, piling on the points. They're up 6, 10-4.
That was unfortunate. It happens. I mean, it happens to. We've seen it at all levels of matches. It does happen from time to time. That's okay. Joust advantage is going to go back over to Tyro now. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. They are down by 6. Need 2 nice, solid goals as the one you see does grab that disc, waiting for that stack to come in, sends it quickly down to one and only. Crosses over to Carl. Carl going to move down the arena, looking for the pass, trying to make sure a stack's not going to attack. Going to have to send it back to the one you see right there in the midfield. He's going to send that forward, and it's going to be intercepted by Vitality.
And sending that one out. Good stack to pick that one up. Spades here. Look for another one. Ooh, off the barrier. As Vitality will get that one back. Excuse me, Vitality. Now on the far side, sending that one in to, is looking for spades again. Carl Ove sends that one up there in the hands of Plunge 2. As Plunge 2, the Vitality sends it in. Luke, though, will get the stop and the clear. Back out there, far side tube. Good stacks. Pick that one up. Carl Ove up here. Ooh, off the barrier. And back all the way to mid. Oh, my goodness. What a bounce there. Fortunately, Luke, the one you see on the back line, carrying that one, juking around, trying to get spades to bite a little bit. Pass up, though, off the mark. Or miscommunication. Either way, Vitality will get that one picked off and sent out. Will they dribble after this one? They will. Look at that. Ooh, just pick up their spades.
And that just going to bounce off the ding ring, unfortunately, but it's going to be right there in the bubble area still, as Black Diamond does still have possession of that disc, moving towards the goal. But what another save! Fantastic save by Luke. He's killing it tonight. Holy cow. Right there, going to send that one out, and it is back into the hands of Carl, who is moving towards the midfield right now. And that disc is going to go all the way down to one and only. One and only looking for the play right here. We've got some strong bubble defense going on, and he's trying to draw out those defenders. Going to send that one over to Carl. Carl moving towards the goal. Oh, nope. Going to pass for the over to one and only to sink that one in.
Yeah, one and only, bringing their team back within 4. And Luke doing good in goal, registering 2 saves, but certainly having a couple more stops than just that. As will be Joust advantage now to Black Diamond. As sent out here, sorry, this to the near side, I just realized my speakers were on. And some noise started coming out, and I panicked. As QT will send that one through. Good stack up here. QT looking to pick it off. Oh, so what a pass. What a pass to Spades. Round of applause to QT for that one.
Absolutely.
Very selfless play.
By the way, SirDimwi, the Twitch chat is raring to know how your coffee bean gardening is going, because evidently now you farm your own beans as well.
Well, yeah, I do. Yeah, I farm my own beans with my own hands.
Going well.
We water with G Fuel. That is how they get so beefy. One and only. Within 3 are Tyro. So Tyro. Yeah. What a game. 3 minutes. This is still close here, Gabe. Oh.
Blue, but yeah, that's going to be Black Diamond taking the pause here. 3 minutes left on the clock. Shall we bounce that over to the lovely Arwen? See what she thinks of the game so far.
It's been a really nice close game so far. I've noticed a lot of fast stacks from both teams, but definitely Black Diamond has had really fast stacks getting all the way from Joust over to Orange. I've noticed definitely that both these teams have really good passing. They're all really, really evenly matched teams. It's really nice to see a game like this.
So Black Diamond is currently ranked 75th, and Tyro is 115. They are gold 4 for Black Diamond, gold 3 for Tyro. So this is a pretty close game there as far as team rankings go right now. That's nice to see.
Yeah.
It
Once
is
again,
nice.
just like the last match, I've noticed that Tyro's had more possession even though they have less points. So the fast gameplay for Black Diamond's really working out for them.
What do we call that? Efficiency.
Speaking of efficiency, I hear we oh nope, never mind. Just kidding. We're getting right back into the match. You know where I was about to go, don't you, Arwen? Arwen does.
Efficient to get back into the match.
Absolutely. That's going to be Joust advantage going back over to Black Diamond as Vitality comes out, grabbing that disc. Ooh, nice stack from Tyro, though, coming in, trying to push that one, and they did push off the pass, and that's going to be Cutie with the disc, sinking a beautiful three-pointer there.
Yeah, Broofy, I got him too. The timing of that. I am sorry, man. Yeah, Ennard, you too. A whole bunch of us just got ads right before that goal came through. Oh my goodness, that is unfortunate. They can't even hear me saying this. Ennard can, but Broofy can't. As Plunge will turn that one around. Good interception there for Black Diamond, though caught there at in the valley at mid, slapped to that far side off of the wall. Good pickup there by the defensive stack Cutie. Well, excuse me, send that one through mid. Everybody stacking after it. Plunge off of the barrier there. Back towards mid again. Vitality at mid loses it to one and only. That's a good clear off of that far side. That angled wall. Those are very popular dumping spots. I bet if you actually made up a graphic of particularly when the higher you get up the ladder, I think the more often you'll see this. Is if you had a graphic of where the most popular dumping spots were, from like sending it about mid, a little bit behind mid, a little bit in front of mid, it's going to be those corners, those two corners on either side of the bubble, because how predictable the bounces are and how much space there is to send it. There's a shot from one and only, and somehow Luke is able to finish that one off, and Tyro's back within 4.
He was ready. You could see him back there behind the goalie, and he was just ready to pounce, and he did, and it paid off. So you should never give up. You never think that the shot is in, and keep pushing the goal, and it will be there. Black Diamond comes out swinging. Vitality with the disc, gonna quickly send it over to Spades. They're gonna juke around, trying to avoid that Tyro stack, and is going to get that disc off to Plunge. Plunge with the disc now sends that back one up high to Spades. Gonna send it down. Ooh, bounced off of someone's head there as they came through in that stack, and it is attack right now for everybody trying to get to that disc, and the stacks are coming in so hot. I know. Plunge with the disc, though. They're attacking one more time, and that disc is going to be right there in the hands of Luke.
And Luke will get that one cleared out. To that far side too. Also, the Doink. I wish I didn't have ads, as Carl Love says. Oh, hold on, stop there, Cutie. I would, I think I shouldn't have to have what do you call it? The subscription, because you know how much money I've made Twitch? At least several dollars. At least several dollars. As Vitality, I just wanted to say that. I just want to tell that joke. 14 seconds even, here. Right? They at least break even, exactly. As Luke not able to get this one out of the trap here. And running out of time here, Black Diamond will take the first round. A shot here off the back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Cutie hits it. They have a 7-point lead as they end the first round, 18-11. As we'll go back to Arwen here. But tell us more about this game. Maybe.
Maybe not.
Are we muted?
I'm muted.
Yeah, there we go.
I love it.
It's happened to all of us, by the way, Arwen.
Every single one of us.
It's been a really fast-paced game so far. It's quite an interesting hype match. Seen a lot of possession by Tyro, really taking their time, getting those passes, but blue team is just tearing through Tyro's defense and getting those points in really nicely.
Their stacks, like you said, you mentioned the stacks earlier. They're both very, very they're on point with their stacks tonight, and it's really nice to see. And the higher up they get, the faster they get, and it's been crazy to watch some of these teams how fast they can come out stacking. It's breathtaking. You
know what else is breathtaking? The beauty of fall.
You know, maybe we should have some kind of festival or something.
Might we call it VRML Fall Fest? We could
I
have
love that.
6 weekends, 3 leagues, 1 passion, starting October 15th, maybe, ending November 20th.
Yes, let's do it.
I think it sounds like a great idea.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here
Sounds
first. We just
perfect.
came up with this idea on the spot right now. So excited to get this done. As one and only here for Tyro. Turning that one back around. Tyro touched it. Black Diamond touched it. Tyro got it back, sends it in. Defense, though, for Black Diamond. We'll turn that one around. That's Plunge 2. Sending that one to that far side trap where we'll be scooped. Luke trying to get there. Actually, it'll be one and only picking it up. Good juke there to stay away from the defense. Space here for Carl O, but not for long. Under attack there by Plunge 2 as Plunge will turn that one around, sends it out through that near side tube. Ooh, Stack overshooting it. Discus to Luke is able to get this one picked up. Turning it around again for Tyro. Another opportunity, one and only. Moving in on the bubble. It's 3 defenders here. Fourth now moving in. Alex. Alex will get stunned out there edge of the bubble. Wrong decade. And Plunge will get it collected here at mid.
I found myself ducking with him a moment ago. I was trying to avoid the stack coming through and hitting them. I think I willed them to miss that, and Luke was able to get that disc through. But right now, it is right there in the blue zone as one and only does pick it up, sends it across the arena there, and it's going to be a little bit of a miss pass, but Carl is going to grab that one anyway, sending it back to Luke in the midfield, working his way down the arena with a little bit of style and grace there on the floor. And getting a little heat now from Black Diamond. Going to send that one over to Carl. Carl moving towards the goal. Sends it to one and only. Oh,
Ooh.
no.
You know, I actually, Brayitos, I can rebut that. If you have like a biscuit, like a buttered biscuit, or say like garlic bread, you can use that for a sandwich. Nobody bats an eye, right? So it's buttered. Nobody cares. Ha, gotcha. This one far side, so you absolutely can butter your bread if you want to and put it on a sandwich. Vitality, nobody would care. Nobody would care. Who would care about that? Vitality will send that one back to Spades. Do you know who would care? Nobody who matters. Spades on the far side. We'll send this one up. Vitality. Uh-oh! Miscommunication there. A backliner was pushing in when they looked for that reset again. Instead, Carl O will get that one picked off here for Tyro at A. Sending that one out. Caught though. Ooh, that's an ugly bounce there. As Cutie's able to turn that one around again. Oh my goodness. Off of the post. Cutie almost does another one. And I've never buttered a Pop-Tart. I know I have friends have that said it's amazing, but I have buttered what was it? Graham cracker. That's really good.
With butter or peanut butter?
Butter. Yeah, butter. Yeah, Spades. Bringing it in. Boom, hits it for 2. Black that. Wow, we went 2.5 minutes without a goal here.
Yeah, that took a minute. No, I was going to say, somebody mentioned peanut butter on Pop-Tart, and I was like, you know, that'd kind of be like a PB&J.
Oh, they said peanut butter?
Yeah, somebody did say peanut butter. I don't know if they said butter too. I'm sure they did. But yeah, somebody said butter also, but somebody else said peanut butter. I don't know. Anyway, that's going to be Joust advantage going over to Tyro as Luke does come out of the goal there.
Oh my God.
No, not the goal. With the Joust. Going to send that one down. Luke with it one more time for the long 3, taking the lead for Tyro. Eek.
I was about to say, Roofy actually mentioned something pretty questionable. But then Luke hits a gnarly shot there, 33 meters out. Derails the derail. Roofy saying melted cheese as if that makes it better. Roofy, that doesn't help, dude. Oh, one and only. Roofy, there's your evidence right there. That's your evidence right there that what you're saying is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Wait, melted cheese on a Pop-Tart? That's what we're doing now?
Yes.
No.
Literally, who puts cheese on fruit?
Oh, I don't. Fruit.
Most Pop-Tarts
Sugar.
are fruit flavored.
It's yeah, but it's sugar. Another.
Who puts
Same
cheese on
place.
sugar?
Cheese.
Who's mixing cheese and
Cheese
sugar
and
together?
sugar. You know, okay, so no
There's
joke.
one setting I will mix dairy and sugar.
Oh, what's that?
Chocolate milk and coffee.
Okay. Ooh. Real? Ooh.
Cream and sugar. Coffee. Cream and
Yeah.
sugar.
Interesting.
That's it.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
What are y'all doing? Chat, stop talking about food. What is going on right now? 5.5 minutes. Tyro's up 9-2. We have an amazing game right now. They're going to watch this back and get so frustrated with us. I'm sorry, guys. I have a problem. Long shot there. Will be collected by Vitality. You know, I think there are some folks who intentionally, they know they can derail me with certain topics, and for some reason, food's one of them. Is that one on the far side? Also, hot takes get me. Hot takes will always get me going. Plunge picks this one up here halfway through the second round. Will be collected here by Alex. And you know what? Luke is a caster too. Luke can actually like watch his back and be properly critical of the fact that I haven't been giving them the attention they deserve. It's one and only. Hits it for the 2. They are now up by 9.
All of their TikTok clips are going to have music instead of casters' voices. Because we're talking about food. That's right. This is the new FRML. Somebody pointed out.
The Food Reality Master League. It works.
It works. It works. Uh-oh.
It's a taco, Psycho.
I was gonna say, she's trying to start something now.
No, I'm with Gilligan. Convinced me it's a taco. I think it was Gilligan. Also, if you add anything to your grilled cheese that isn't cheese or bread or just seasoning, it's no longer a grilled cheese. It's a melt, by the way. So if you add tuna to your grilled cheese, it's not a tuna grilled cheese. It's a tuna melt. So go to the grilled cheese subreddit. 7 years they've been having that fight. It's hilarious. Plunge.
Oh my gosh.
Beauty. It's hilarious. It's like a cult. It's crazy. Far side. Luke looking to track this one down. It will be one and only. Turns that one around. Is trying to get it through mid. Unable to do so as Alex 14. Who did in fact eat all previous 13 Alexes. Shot there off the post and down to the floor. Well, one and only. Who did not have to eat their siblings because they are the one and only. Is Plunge. We are now a Greek pantheon here. One and only, turning that one around through mid. And a good stat. Oh my goodness. What a shot. That would have been in if Plunge wasn't there. Good defense.
Yeah, very nice indeed. And that disc is going to be all the way back down into the orange zone. They are coming in fast, but all the stacks do overshoot that. And that's going to be Alex picking that one up, sending it back through the tunnel. But Plunge was there to save the day, and that disc is right back down into the orange zone once again as Plunge picks it up, sending it a little bit too wide, though, and they're going to have to chase that one down as, oh, Tyro trying to get to it first, and they do. That's going to be one and only with the disc now, looking for the clear, looking for the nice lane there. Going to send that one all the way down and through, and back into the hands of Spades.
Roofy's really trying to get me off topic here. Vitality turning this one around. Cutie sends it open 3. They're back within 6. It's only 2 goals here. Soon enough to go. I gotta say, I've been watching a toddler a lot lately, and one of the songs they do on one of the multiple kids YouTube channels is about. I'll just use gummy bears and ranch as an example. The song is like, I like gummy bears, I like gummy bears, I like ranch, I like ranch. Do I like gummy bears and ranch? Ooh, no. Like, that's the whole, like, thing. They do that over and over with all sorts of combos. And then they'll trip you up and go, I like peanut butter, I like jelly. Do you like peanut butter and jelly? Yeah! You know, they'll trip you up. But Cutie, it's a good one there. They're back within 4 with 2 minutes to go. Broofy, you need the toddler song right now. That's where we're at.
Broofy is the toddler song tonight.
Broofy is the toddler song.
Clutch.
You're coming in from like 2 to 4-year-olds right now.
But we're here for it. I mean, I'm okay, but I would have to argue that gummy bears and ranch do not go, and pineapple and pizza do. That's just mustard and ice cream is a no.
Oh,
However, ice
them.
cream with balsamic vinaigrette on it, a glaze is chef's kiss.
We are off the rails here. Alex 14 up 4. I have no idea what's going on all of a sudden. Luke on the far side. I think Jeep has stepped over to the dark side. As Luke edge of the bubble here. Tyro looking to finish this one out. Hits it for the 2. They have a 6-point lead. Still only 2 goals though. I'm trying to figure out what is reality real quick.
Whatever you want it to be. Yes, a balsamic vinaigrette glaze. That is a reduction on vanilla ice cream, especially if you add some strawberries to that.
What is a reduction? What does that mean?
You can buy it where it's been heated and warmed, and then the moisture,
like
the water
thickened?
part of it. Yeah, so it's thick. Mm-hmm. Yep, just drizzle that over the ice cream.
This sounds. I can't.
It's amazing. No, it's so good. It's like strawberries. It's like peaches and cream type of a deal.
Spades.
So good.
Yes, we are. Spades brings Black Diamond back within 4 here. All right, we got to get back. We have to.
Okay.
We have to because they're you know, Black Diamond has almost gotten a beautiful. Even like Arwen, we're gonna send it Arwen. She's gonna be like, you know what? I know we got to talk about the game, but I have a lot of opinions about this food stuff. And she's gonna have pages and notes about food here, and it's our fault. Less than 20 seconds ago, I take responsibility for it because SirDimwi at your service. Spades will turn that one around, and it will be round 1 to Tyro NA. Black Diamond almost picking up that comeback here. Plunge will send it, looking for that 3, not able to connect on it, and Alex 14 will send that one away. Ends the second round here, 13-9. Favor Tyro NA. Is that the second round?
The second round.
Who won
One
it?
round each.
Oh, Black Diamond did get the first round, 18-11.
Yeah.
Okay, the overlays. Wonder, do you see it? Anyways, 13-9. Can't fix it. Okay, fair enough. 13-9. Arwen. Good first round there. Good second round. My goodness, where am I? And
Do you
Arwen
believe
is
Arwen's
lost in the
muted again?
muted black hole.
I did that again. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, wow. Well, Tyro really turned that around there. Getting that second round in. This is a really close match, and I don't have much more to say really. They've just, the stacks and everything has just been getting better and better.
But did you
Anything
weigh in
food
on
related.
gummy bears and ranch?
Oh, gummy bears and ranch. I'm good with that. Although I do believe a hot dog is not a sandwich.
Heard it here. There we go.
It's its own thing, really.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm not responding to you, Arwen. I'm responding to chat.
I know. Yeah, I see them. I know.
Wow.
Well, in
that
all
was not
honesty,
the reaction. That was not the response I expected. I really wasn't. I did
In
not
all-
expect that one. Oh my
in all
God.
honesty, I was with Sputnik the other day. We were casting a match, and he didn't want to talk about the game at all. The topic was completely different, and it was, we had a good time. It was entertaining, and it was lovely. It was a lovely echo time. But that's gonna be Plunge with a disc now, sinking that one into the goal for 2, getting Black Diamond on the board first here in round 3.
2-point lead. Black Diamond. I think One and Only is one of the people that have actually actively tracked how often. Oh my God. I can't believe that. I just can't. That's just not. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm obsessing. Tyro, Luke here. The one you see handles that one on the Joust advantage. Currently down by 2. And far side, looking to send it near side. Carl of. We'll get this one collected. Do you think that name is a reference to the politician?
I don't know.
From like the 90s, right? Is it like a late 90s reference?
There was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness,
I don't
One and
know.
Only there on the far
Maybe
side.
it's Carl. Maybe
Do you think maybe you know what? Maybe it's Carl Rove Jr.
could be.
Maybe it's or grandson actually at this point probably, or maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? You know what? It's the 90s, so it's probably son, Luke or daughter. One and Only from Luke hits it for the 2. We've got a tie game.
We do. That's exciting. Oh, I love ties in the third rounds. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Joust advantage going back over to Black Diamond right now, as they are going to come out swinging. And somebody just pointed out that Black Diamond is also the name of a cheese company, but I think, is it
No,
not
do not
almonds?
fall for it.
I thought it was almonds. I thought it was an almond.
Oh wait, that was true. I thought that was bait.
For real.
No,
that's
see,
Blue
no, it
Diamond.
was bait. It was bait. My
I fell
goodness.
for it. I'm gullible,
Gullible is written on the ceiling. This one near side here, Plunge. Did you look up? Cutie.
I did.
Luke, a big turnover. Sends that one out. Hits the root block there. That root block is the reason I hate the way the reason I hate that we call it cloud. We call it cloud block, the one above root. Because the reason we call it root is because treetop was above it. But then treetop we started calling that cloud. So root is just root now for no reason. Or it was because treetop was above. Anyways, far side Luke has that one. And sends it back. One and Only. Oh. Ooh, good play there by One and Only to get this one recovered here, G.
That one is going to be right there in the hands of Alex now, getting stunned out and stolen there by Cutie. Going to send that one all the way down, but the stations there are going to send it back, denying it. And that disc is going to be right there, just outside of the bubble, as One and Only does pick it up, sending it down into the midfield.
And Cutie with it here on the near side. 3 minutes off the clock here in the third. Still a tie game at Spades. Looking to set up a cut there. Stack picks it up, and it does get disrupted by a single player, and then one and only picks it off and sends it out. Good clear there as both teams looking to stack after this one. It will be Tyro getting their first open goal. One and only hits it for the 3. 5-2 here in the third round, over 3 minutes in.
This is a totally different match from round 1. I mean, Black Diamond was heavily dominating Black that first round, and for Tyro to come back and take round 2, and now they're on the board with a nice, yeah, it's a 1-goal lead, but still, it's been kind of slow scoring, so a 1-goal lead might be all they need. 6 minutes left on the clock, and that disc is going to go all the way down, but Luke's going to be there to pick it up and ready with that stack, and it's bouncing off the ring and back out of the bubble.
And JJ Twins, that is a right corner. That's actually there over the mini map. It's a sticker feature. There's some way to, if you're watching this on the website, if you hover your mouse over the stream, the little thing pops up at the right center of the screen. Stream stickers. There's some free ones in there that you can just spam over the mini map there. Like are being done right now. So that's a long shot, Cutie. Hits that one off the post. Recovered here by teammate Vitality. Gets it in for the 2 in dramatic fashion. As they're back within 1.
Yeah, I have never seen those stickers before until you just pointed that out. So thank you for the education there,
Yeah,
JJ Twins, for bringing it up.
These are hit and miss. There's actually talk of just removing them probably at the end of the season. Because they're not really utilized. They don't really get much value out of it, and they tend to just be distracting to some people. I don't mind it, but some people do. Oh, off the head. One and only sends that one. And they will, Tyro NA will take a 3-point lead.
Wow, okay. Nice. I mean, yeah, wow, okay. 5 minutes left on the clock. Black Diamond coming out with the joust advantage here. I'm sure they would really like a goal right about now, which I have a feeling that they are going to push for as that disc goes right there. But it's picked up by Alex. Going to send that one in off the back wall, but the stack does get to it first. Cutie sending that one back out into the midfield where Spades is waiting, but does get stunned out, losing possession. And that's going to be one and only with the disc. Paired up with Luke there. Nice stack partners tonight. And they do have possession. Oh, they lose possession. Spades and now with the disc again, sending that one all the way down through and into almost to the bubble where Cutie and the stack come in. Clutch. Gonna sink that one. Just kidding. Luke denied it. What a goal. What a save.
Collected now by one and only there in that far side tube. Sends it through. And both teams will stack after this one once again. The Tyro stack gets there first, so this time they will be contested by that defense. Good set up to one and only from Luke. That was a beautiful play there. Tyro NA will take the, we'll push up by 5 points out of 4.
This is gonna be one of those nights, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. That's okay. That's okay. Jazz Advantage going back over to Black Diamond right now. They need 5 in order to take this or give us an OT, which is always fun. Spades with the disc, and that went through to Plunge, making his way towards the goal. No one else there. Nice play indeed to Cutie to seal that one off. Just a 1-goal game once again.
And then Broofy, shake that up when you fill it up there. It's 3-point lead still to Tyro, but a good goal there from a Black Diamond. Bring it back within 3. As Luke once again here trying to bait out that stack, who does not want to play at the moment. Moving in here, they actually it's a feigned attack, but a dangerous one at that. And stacking that first pass, one and only sending it back to Luke, and one and only getting that stack stunned out. The stack trying to get away from them. They do now is Karlov here on the near side. Stack actually breaks up there on the far side. And Karl Ove will send that one out there. That's Luke on the far side. Look for a cut. Hits the cut there. One more pass. Almost weaving their way through that defense, though. Phenomenal stop by Black Diamond in the bubbles. One and only, though, getting it back. Tries to send... Wait, was that a self pass intentionally? I think that was an intentional self pass. No, I think it actually, I think that was actually like an intentional. I think there was a trick play he was attempting there that didn't work out for him. As one and only, we'll send that one in for the 2. That's why sometimes you have the option play the disc or play the man. Sometimes that's the benefit of playing the man. If they try to do some fancy stuff like that, you take them out and they can't continue on with it.
Yeah, I mean, it looked intentional from here. But, you know, oh no.
Uh-oh.
That is unfortunate for Black Diamond. Good for Alex as he's going to sink that nice, lovely 3 in, stretching that lead to 8 points.
Alex 14 to 6 here. Tyrone. Oh my goodness. I'm just like saying things at that point. 8-point lead. Tyro. It's like bullet point cast. You know what I mean? You know, I'm gonna figure out how to do that one day. Just a bullet point cast. I don't even know what that means yet. We're gonna figure it out though.
Just the
you know,
highlights. Just
it's
what
like
you
a
need to know.
book versus Cliff Notes. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cliff Note cast. Is that? It makes sense. I promise it'll make sense someday. This one off the floor here. Uh-oh, good shield there by Alex. That goal is open. Oh, my goodness. You see how he was trying to place that one? That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal work. It didn't quite work out, but oh my goodness, the effort there was huge. You can see exactly what he was going for. Unfortunately, it does turn around here. Black Diamond sending one out. We'll be in the bubble. Oh my goodness. Oh, that almost goes in. As Spades has it there. We'll hit it for the 2, and Black Diamond is able to turn that one around. 6-point lead still to Tyro. Is there enough time? It's only going to be 30 seconds. I don't know. It's going to be very close.
They would have to miss the joust and let Black Diamond take it in order to, yeah. Mathematically. Can they?
I concur. Look at that. Luke is just going to drop there. Make sure they have to get around the Geo. And with that, 25 seconds. They don't score literally right now. That should do it here. Tyro will be taking this one in 3. Possibly one more goal before the end of the round. That looks like Tyro is content with running the clock. I'm going to say competent. That did not make sense. As one and only here back to Luke. They're just moving this one around a little bit. Maybe we'll get a shot off here at the end. Probably not, though, as one and only there. We'll finish it out. Actually sending it back to the bubble. 14-8 in round 3. Tyro taking it in 3. Arwen, what a matchup here between these teams.
Yeah, this was quite the close match. Started out with Black Diamond taking it strong, but in the end, Tyro ended up taking it, and it was a really nice match, honestly. Lots of good plays from both teams. Lots of really fast stacks, which I just love to see. It's so cool how fast you can kind of get going, and just physics of how it works. I don't know.
I agree. I agree. Good.
No, yeah, go ahead. I was just going to say, some of the guys I was talking to this past week were telling me that their joust is down to like a second and a half, like 1.5 seconds to get from joust all the way down to the disc. And it's amazing. And then when they start turning around backwards and they do it backwards and reverse, one person's backwards, I don't even, like, my brain can't function to process that fast. And they're already down there. So it's interesting. It's fun to watch. And it's fun to watch them get faster because the higher ranks you go, the faster they get. And it's wild. Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, we do have another game to get to that will be starting here any moment. Actually, just popped in. They just finished their warm up, so the other team will be getting in here any moment. So we are going to transfer over to that next game. That will be Vicious versus Juicebox. So don't go anywhere. We got Master Tier coming up. 3 Master Tier games in a row, right here or right now on the channel. We're just going to go into a quick intermission, transition into that first one again. Vicious versus Juicebox, and we'll be right back.
Get the Spark Mini Companion app for your Quest headset. First, go into your Echo Arena settings and turn API access on, then restart Echo Arena. Also, your phone and Quest do need to be on the same internet connection. For Android, go to the Play Store, search Spark Mini. For iOS, click the first link in the description, click View in App Store, and download Test Flight. Now go back to the page and click Start Testing. It's going to open in Test Flight. Install Spark Mini and open it. OK, next, start testing. Now you want to click this Find Quest IP button, but if it doesn't work, it's not a problem. We just
Actually, those three used to be on a team called Synapse. And then Matthew now Vicious has those three players. Watch out, they can do some incredible stuff as a team. But of course, Juicebox here at Jeep. This team is stacked. It might be the word here. Mozzie, Ryan, Swagwar, and the Law. This is quite the roster that Vicious is going to be up against this evening.
It is, and yeah, Juicebox has been killing it so far this season. When they came in and all through last cycle, they were just absolutely giving everybody a run for their money up there in Masters. So it's nice to see them back. And we see Val in the Twitch chat as always. Anytime Swag's playing, it's so nice to see you, Val. We are glad you are here. And we're glad everybody's here. Vicious and Juicebox. What a phenomenal matchup tonight. And currently, although they're placed, right, SirDimwi? They're just placed from last week. That's not actual standings.
Yeah, I believe we are in week 1, so yeah, that's those are basically just random numbers between 1 and 10 that each team has a unique number with. So yeah, no, they're all basically ties 0-0 at the moment.
They'll be getting underway in just a second. Oh, what a fantastic night! What a great matchup! I'm excited to watch this one. We've seen both teams have been doing a great job this season, and I don't know, I'm perplexed on who's gonna come out on top tonight.
And I'm trying to. Folks are asking for predictions. I don't have the option here, and that is unusual. I don't know why. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, who won? Tyro won, right?
Yes.
Right? Tyro won. All right, we didn't. Nobody ever completed that one, so we're gonna complete the Tyro game, and then I will start a new one here between who will win this match. Whoops. Between who do we got here? Vicious and Juicebox. Oh, Arwen. Sorry. No, oh my goodness, Arwen left. Ennard. Have you had the pleasure of? I'm sure you've got to see these teams, or similar teams of this caliber with these players at some point. I'm expecting a really strong, tough matchup between them here, and I'm curious, what you're expecting coming into this one.
Well,
yeah.
He appears to be muted.
Ennard, did you hit
a night for learning? I tell you.
Did you fall victim to the mute monster as well?
Yup. Oh man, okay.
So we got 5 minutes on that prediction. It's all right. We got started here. Not to cut you off, man. Yeah, we got predictions we're running, and starting out here, Zach W. It will be first possession to Vicious, and Palace behind the goal there. Andy W. Sorry, Mozzie. No, Mozzie touched it on the way in. But Ennard, I didn't mean to cut you off. I started talking, and then we were over each other. What are you expecting from this matchup as we do get this first goal here from Vicious?
Yeah, I'm really on the end here because Juicebox got a really stacked lineup here, but Vicious with the first starting goal, I'm really not sure to expect. 2 really good-looking teams here. It's going to be a really good game.
Oh my, Zach Dibby gets that one turned around. Matthew Lockshot hits it for the 3. Wow, Jeep. We have an early, strong lead here from Vicious 5-0.
We do. Those were 2 very aggressive goals right there to be the first minute in and already 5 points up, and 2 solid goals there. Those were beautiful on the board here. That's going to be Joust advantage. They're going back over now to Juicebox as the Law does come out with that disc. Feeling a lot of heat from that stack. Going to send that one over to Ryan. Ryan now looking for his teammate down the field, down the arena, and into the bubble where it's going to bounce off the wall. But the stacks do come in, and they're not quite going to get to it. But Ryan is there in the back. Oh, Zach snatches that disc right out of the air and going to send that one back through. But Swagwar is there to save the day.
Yeah, Swag turning that one around. Mozzie with it. Far side sending it here near side. The Law. Another pass there. Ryan looking for a cut. Oh, no. Ryan will look for the backboard. It goes wide of the goal. Also, Val, you're in school? That's awesome. Swagwar on the far side. Big support for that. As Mozzie moving in here. 1v1 against the goalie. We'll hit it for the 2. Defender was moving in to cover Mozzie, but Mozzie still had the lane there for the 1v1. And that'll be 2 points here for Juicebox as they bring it back within 3.
So, we have the new goal music. Have you noticed how many players use that selection of music?
I'm curious. Yeah, I have noticed, and I'm very curious why. Like, why that one? Why is that the popular one?
I don't know.
Did they think it was kind of funny? I guess it's probably the most different from the original. Oh, Palace, big stop there, clutch, and what a pass to Matthew! Wow.
Yep, and that's going to be sent down to Zach there, getting a little pressure from Juicebox, but it's right there into the hands of Matthew once more. Sends it beautifully across to Andy. Andy going to draw out that defense a little bit and try and occupy them. Zach with the disc sends it down to Matthew. Matthew over to Andy, but the Law does save it. Once again, he's an incredible goalie, and he has been for a while. It's been nice to see him develop as a goalie. That's going to be Zach with the disc one more time, moving back towards the bubble, but going to lose possession of the disc right there as Andy does pick it up.
And that one loose there on the far side. Ryan does get it collected here for Juicebox. Val asking, what's with the music? So the game in the most recent patch is Mozzie lock shot, empty goal, hits a post there. Swag war opportunity, feeds it to the Law. Oh, stunned out there by Palace. Mozzie gets a hand on it. Palace gets back. We'll scoop that one away. The most recent patch, they added the option to change your goal music, and so that the music you're hearing is the new goal songs and goal horns. We should get much more variance on that over time. And Zach W gives it away to Mozzie there on the back line. Stack was already moving out there, the defensive stack, so they're already prepared for this turnover. Instead of Swag War and Ryan picking that one up. Ryan sidestepping that stack. They're not going to be happy about that as Ryan sends it up here to Law. Long heave at the open goal, hits it. Oh my goodness, that stack was coming back. But the Law hits it for the 3. We have a tie game, 5-5.
He got that one off just in time as that stack was flying right through the goal to make that grab, and that was perfect time. Could not have been a moment even better. That's going to be a tie match right here with still 6 minutes left on the clock. To have 10 points on the board already, 6 minutes in is incredible. Joust advantage going over to Vicious as Andy sends that disc all the way into the back wall, but Ryan is going to be there to make that grab and probably going to send it clear. There it goes, right down the arena. But it's coming right back, and who's going to grab it? Oh, no. Trouble.
And this one, a long heave there. Zach goes just wide. Not the sort of shooter that misses very often. As Palace here on the near side, Zach, some people refer to him as Randy. Oh, I just forgot his name. I'll look it up here in a minute. The Law turning that one around here for Juicebox. What's that?
Nothing.
Hey, Randy Quaid. Randy Quaid. No, not Randy Quaid. Although, no. Ryan hits that one for a 3. Is Randy Quaid the actor from Independence Day? Is that Randy Quaid? The pilot? Is that Randy Quaid?
Wait, or is Randy Quaid the one from National Lampoon's Vacation?
That's the same guy.
It's okay.
That's the same guy. Yeah, that's him.
Okay. I don't know why
goodness.
I said Randy Quaid.
That is not. Take it for a minute. I'm gonna look up who I meant. To get us back to salvage this one for Zach. So go ahead, take it over for a minute.
All right, that's going to be Andy on the ceiling, going to bounce that one in off the wall, coming just to a 1-point match right now as I collect myself. All right, 4 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. That's going to be Juicebox again with the joust advantage, and they are going to come out and hopefully respond to that last goal there and get another one on the board. I love a 1-point game, though, so I am not unsatisfied right now as the Law does grab that disc, sending it all the way down the arena, and that's going to be into the hands of Ryan. Going to shoot another one, stretching that lead.
Ryan will put Juicebox up by 4 here, and there's Rodney Mullen. I was looking for Rodney Mullen, who is credited with creating the foundation of a lot of skateboarding, modern skateboarding. Okay. A lot of the tricks you see, particularly like flatland tricks, that's what they're called, like freestyle tricks, the stuff you do like ollies and kick flips and stuff like that. Rodney Mullen developed that in his garage.
Cool.
So he wasn't a vert skater. He didn't have access to that kind of stuff for like a half pipe and things like that. He just had the flat ground in his garage. And he look up Rodney Mullen. It's actually really awesome. The things he did is Zach W moving on in here. Oh, the shot there gets stopped by the goalie. But I call Zach W the Rodney Mullen of Echo. Because Zach is when he originated the cloud shot, or actually, sorry, not originated. People get upset when I say that. He's the first one who hit it in comp, but he was always experimenting with new ways of playing as an individual player. Of like, you know, the whirly twirly was an early invention by the W brothers, inverting in certain ways, and also trick shots. He was a big fan of practicing a lot of those, and again was the first one to hit the cloud shot, originally called the what shot, as Andy W shot there, and picked up by Zach, not able to get that one in. The reason it was called the what shot was because Palador, when he saw it, shot there off the post, his reaction on the call was just to go, what? So we called it the what shot for about a season. Is that one on the far side? Now it's just called the cloud shot. The Law, bring it in and stunned out there, and Andy W would turn that one around there, but Ryan with it.
That's going to be Ryan backing out of the bubble, looking to draw that defense, and he is. Palace is right there on his heels, trying to get to him. He's going to send that one. Oh, he does get stunned out, loses possession, but able to grab it once again. Sends that one to Swagwar. Swagwar passes it back up to the Law. The Law crosses again to Swagwar. Swagwar 2, and that's going to be back out of the bubble. I was so excited. It was going in.
And now here on the near side, Ryan with it again. And juking around here on the ceiling, getting away from Matthew. Nice moves there. A pass here to Mozzie, near side corner wall. Swagwar shot there, hits it. 6-point lead once again to Juicebox as we close in on the final minute. And very strong performance from both these teams. You see a lot of saves, actually, from everybody. The only one player in this game doesn't have a save. Actually, wow, Juicebox almost has what do you call it? Bingo already. Ryan just needs a save, but they don't have bingo. In fact, they almost have super bingo. 2 more steals, and they have super bingo. Actually, both teams close to bingo here. It will be Mozzie with it here on the near side, sending it far side off this turnover. They have a stack in the area. Instead, it will be Palace slapping this one back in and taking it to bounce down to the floor there, where Mozzie will get it recovered. The stack coming in, doing a lot of damage here for Vicious as Andy W sends it across in the hands of Zach. Zach into the bubble, moving on in. Stopped by Ryan, sent away.
That's going to be Matthew. Going to grab that one right there, inverted on the ceiling, moving back towards the bubble. That's going to be a forced pass there and give that one's going to. Oh, wow. Andy did manage to grab that one, but it's back out of the bubble one more time. By the way, Val has said you need your own the more you know theme music, SirDimwi, and I agree.
Ah, that would be fun.
Be just a little button on your stream deck. Andy W with the disc now, gonna come back in towards. They're keeping it right here on the bubble. They're so close, and if they can manage to get it in, you know, they'll be in a great position. But that's gonna be Mozzie making that disc go all the way down to Ryan for another 3, stretching that lead. Wow, 9 points.
A 9-point lead now with that should be that'll be the last goal here. There'll only be about 1 second on the clock, so I don't think it's physically possible. Maybe with a backwards regrab and a really lucky headbutt. But like the fastest backwards regrab ever. But with that, we've got Ennard here on the sidelines to tell us about that first round that Juicebox took 16-7 by 9.
Yep. Definitely, like, as the game started, Vicious was started off really strong, and Juicebox like kind of had a slow start, and they slowly picked it up, going a bit faster, and they ended up pulling away with the lead there. What else? They like had a really good job, especially Ryan, with slowing the game down a bit and having the team set up for the plays. But a lot of the time, Vicious was able to be there to stop those goals. I believe it was Matthew who got a couple nice saves there. This game could have been like a lot wider, but Matthew got a nice few saves.
Everybody now has saves on the board, SirDimwi.
What's that?
Across the board. Everybody has saves.
Yeah, I was actually literally about to point that out. Because Ryan did get that save, and Juicebox did hit bingo in the first round of this game. That is a substantial stat. Because, you know, bingo, on its face, is an arbitrary thing. Everybody getting something on the board, except the steals column is kind of an optional column, but otherwise everyone getting something on the board there for points, assists, saves, and stuns. It is on its face arbitrary, but really, I have noticed that in games where a team has a more even stat line, a more filled out stat line across the board, those are the teams that tend to win, and we see that here. Even though Vicious' stat line does not look bad, everybody is contributing all over the place. It's not as evenly spread and as evenly filled out as the Juice Box stat lines, and you see that work out in the victory there, 16-7 in that first round. As we are starting here in the second round, 20 seconds off the clock as Mozzie will get this one collected for Juice Box in his own bubble, sending it out there. Palace on the far side will send that one back in. Matthew, big setup to Zach. Look at that. That's how you do it. They've got 2 on the board to start us here in the second.
Nicely done indeed. 9 minutes, 28 seconds left on the clock as they do come out that they are Juice Box getting the joust advantage. Now, SirDimwi, do you notice the higher up we get into these matches that they are less defined to a specific position? Because they all seem to be pitching in.
It depends on the team. So overall, on average, yes. But when you actually compare the top teams, some teams are better at that than others. Like, some teams are still very spiky in their stats. They still have folks who are going to be very aligned in a certain space, or they are particularly good at one thing, but you'll see them zero out in other areas. Though one thing I saw from the St. Louis Samurai over in NEPA, the team that won the NEPA championship over there, their stat line was such they had 3 players, as Mozzie will get that one in for the 2. I believe Ryan is on that team, at least Ryan. There might be a couple of them in this game. From memory, I'm not sure, but they had one player, C. Jason, who wasn't as big on the score line, but had a stupid number of saves, but was still evenly filling out that stat line with the rest of the team. So there was still a little bit of spike. There was still a player who tended to be in the goal more often than the rest, but they were still contributing heavily everywhere else in the arena. As Zach W hit that one for the 2. So when you see stat line like that, it's not that they're not as capable of filling out that score line. It's that they're not in a position to fill it out as often as everybody else, which makes sense when you're occupying the backline more often. But you still want to be efficient enough on that backline to score those points when you are in a position to do so. So the reason you're not seeing that player score as many goals is not because they're not as good at scoring as the other players, because they literally statistically do not have as many opportunities to score the goals as the other 3 teammates do, who are scoring on an even keel. Anyway, so a bit of a rant there. 4-2 right now. Vicious in the lead, but Juice Box with possession.
Yes, they do have possession. They still have possession as Ryan gets the disc, sends that one over to Swagwar. Swagwar is going to pass it back for a nice little reset there to the Law as he does move towards the bubble once again, kind of baiting them out. He's almost teasing them. Swagwar with the disc now over there, going to shoot that one across. It's going to go a little wide though and back out of the bubble. They're going to have to fight to get to it. Matthew is able to get that one all the way down into the blue zone before getting stunned out, and that disc is right there. Palace picking it up, moving towards that goal, taking that one for the 2.
There you go. 4-point lead now to Vicious here in the second round. First round was to Juice Box, 16-7. Vicious now controlling so far this second round, and Vicious in the second round has hit bingo as well, but that is over 2 rounds. We're actually seeing almost a reverse of the stat lines we saw in that first, as I just got the most annoying commercial on YouTube. As Mozzie will send that one and hits it for the 2. Beautiful goal there. And with that, Juice Box is back within 2.
They are indeed. And JJ is asking who won round 1. That was going to be Juice Box, 7-16. So right now, Vicious is in a really good position, and I'm sure they want to hold on to that lead as they are going to get joust advantage one more time right here. It's just a 1-goal game in round 2 with plenty of time on the clock. Palace going to draw that stack forward and does get that disc off, but the stack is still ready to attack, and they do. Andy with the disc back to Palace. Palace back to Andy, and that disc is right there down into the trap area where Mozzie does pick it up. Mozzie's going to send that one all the way through. Stack from Vicious is there to attack it, and they are going to send that one right back down into the bubble.
And the stack overshooting that one, the intended receivers of that clearing. Oh, what a pass there to Mozzie. Mozzie's going to clear that one out. Stack in, taking an ugly bounce there off the shack block. To the near side here, Zach W turns that one around. And we'll make it by that backliner. A good clear in there to the far side. This will be collected here by Andy W. Sends it, hits it for the 3. What a goal there from Andy W. 5-point lead now to Vicious as they continue to control this second round.
Okay, so if we go to a third round, is this the third game of the night that we've done in round 3?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, this
hey,
will be a
that
night
kinda
of
night.
all round, 3 rounds.
That's going to be Mozzie right there with the disc. Going to pass it back down the tunnel there to the Law, who is going to slowly make his way across the floor. Going to send that one nicely over to Swagward. Going to pass it back to the Law now. Moving in towards the bubble, trying to deter some of the defense and draw them out. Going to pass it over to Swagward. Swagward going to take the shot
Ooh.
all the way up to...
Wow.
I'm not sure who had it, but Ryan finished it. So there we go.
Yeah, Mozzie read that very well. Wanted to take a shot, but realized did not have the opportunity. Instead of forcing it, did the right thing and passed it to, basically sent one more pass there, which got the defense to fold up, and that teammate was the one who was able to sink that one in for the 2. So good play there from Juicebox to get that goal there by the 3 defenders. One being a goalie is a give and go here between Andy, W, and Palace. They get that stack broken up, not stunned out, but enough here to get it moved up here. Zach, W on the near side up to Matthew. Matthew a feed in here for that stack. Moving on in. We'll be collecting. What it's do? Andy W. That was ridiculous. That was disgusting and dirty and filthy and one of the most beautiful things I've seen all night.
Did he just scoop that backwards and up over his head?
Yeah. That was amazing.
That was insane.
Oh,
Holy
it's
cow.
why they're the best.
Those are the moments that make you feel pulse. Dadgummit.
That's why I don't play at this level. Yeah.
Postiliquent.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
those are the types of plays that make
Gotcha.
you feel postiliquent.
Postiliquent. Yes, indeed.
Postiliquent.
Indubitably. As Mozzie. Another one there 3 minutes ago. They're back within 3 here. I'm gonna, I have to look that one up. I didn't. I meant to.
It's a using few words. Just few words.
Oh, so like brevity. Or why use lot words when few words do trick? That's Kevin from The Office. Or why use many words? Why use a lot of words? Anyways, what a headbutt there. You don't see activity like that too often, but you saw it in that one. And that disc was moving at about 90 meters per second. And you're like, I think that's fast. I'm like, yeah, that is fast. That's how fast it was moving.
Slightly.
I don't know if it was actually moving that fast, but it was, bounce there. We are, of course, in space. And as we know, in space, there is no reality. It's Palace to Matthew. We'll bring it in for the 2. That is now a 5-point lead to Vicious here in the second round.
And thank you, Good Vibes, for redeeming the word sneaks. We appreciate it. And the your SAT word of the day was brought to you by Good Vibes, so we appreciate it.
Wonder if you ever seen like flight charts? Those are all straight lines, man. There's no curves. The Law. Somebody's going, wait, are these guys for real? Mozzie, Ryan, are any of them for real? Ryan, I don't believe any anymore. Zach W, we'll get this one collected and turning it around. Taking a bounce there, although I'm sure that's not actually true. Zach W, ooh, wide. Minute and a half here, still a 5-point game. Vicious looking to send this one to a 3rd round. As Andy W sends this one back up here, Zach W has Palace here on the near side, stuffed by Mozzie. Sending this one out. They need 5 points. They need a 3 here. They stack after it. It will be defensive stack in there first. Matthew sending this one back here to the near side trap. Bounces into the 2. Palace with it. Soft pass. Ryan's able to get a hand on it first. Sends it into the near side near side trap. Slap there in the hands of Andy W. Andy W turning it back around all the way to the blue bubble. That's how fast it can end up back all the way by your own goal there. No matter how hard you're working, it can turn around on you in a fraction of a second. Andy W with a sneaky shot there, but Swagward with an easy save. Sends it out, but again, the defensive stack gets there first.
And that disc is going to be right there into the trap area as the Law does have it in his hand, getting a lot of pressure from Matthew and outperforming him there, out dancing for sure. Swagward with the disc, going to bounce it off the back wall. Not quite going to go in. Mozzie's going to pick it up, and it's going to bounce off of Andy's head.
So, all right, so Swag went for his signature shot there. It's the same shot from the floor. He was inverted, so he's on the floor, basically, just on the ceiling. So that's what they were looking for, that 3. They weren't able to get it, so they settled for the 2 because they only have 5 seconds here. So coming out really fast here. Ooh, NW will turn that one around, sink it for a 2 to ensure they get the victory here. 13-12. No one tell B-Love. It will be Vicious taking round 2 by 1 point, as we're going to hand this one off to Ennard once again. He's going to make sure he hits that mute button, because we have just been plagued by it this evening. Not just you, dude. It's been all over this evening. So now that I'm thinking about it, but yeah, what a second round there.
That was amazing. Like, it pretty much was the first round with the roles swapped. I noticed that Orange had a lot more control and they slowed the game down, and Blue was kind of like rushing the game, trying to get their lead back and try to just win the second round and finish it. And yeah, Jeep, you mentioned this earlier, but this is the third round we're having tonight. And then also just a quick thing from the start of that round, Dimwi, I'm pretty sure you were talking faster than Eminem.
Yes, you were compared. There is.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I was just flabbergasted by the commercial I just saw. That was dark. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I mean, I can appreciate the message, but oh my goodness, I did not expect to see that on Twitch. Whew. That's dark. An important message, but my goodness. Anyways, I'm not even gonna broach it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up. That just caught me off guard. What was the question? What's your question?
You were compared to Eminem with your frequency of vocabulary.
Thank you. I appreciate that. No, it's I like to. It's a thing, you know. You like to get in the zone with the players. You like to. That's why I love these games like this. This really the really high level stuff, because you can flow with it. With the players in a certain way. They get the meta. You kind of get used to what the meta looks like, the predictability of it. A Swagwar hits someone for 2. It's not predictable, but you kind of start picking out like how they're playing and then the methodology involved, and you can flow with it. It's a lot of fun. That's why, like, anybody who gets into casting, the more you do it, the more you can start flowing with it like that. And it just to me, that's the fun part. That's the actual fun part, where you can just flow with the players. Sorry. Anyways, meta commentary for you.
Oh, nice play there by Vicious, and they're going to get that disc right there back into Andy's hands as he is moving towards into the arena. They're going to pass that one across to Matthew. Matthew sends it back for a reset to Palace. Palace back to Matthew on the floor. Crosses over the arena to Andy W, as the entire Juicebox team is in the goal there. Andy.
Wow.
Tying him up.
Andy has been scoring quite a few goals. Actually, I haven't looked at total scores. Ryan actually top with 11, but Andy right behind with 9. 9 points, also 3 saves. Andy is just popping off all over the place. But there are so many saves in this game. Mozzie with 3, Swag with 2, Andy with 3, Zach with 3, everybody else with at least 1. Just a phenomenal game here from both of these teams. We're actually only 3 steals away from super bingo on both sides, or ultra bingo, epic bingo. I don't remember what we call it. It's Zach W. Matthew will finish it off. They have a 2-point lead here, 4-2.
His music is so serious and epic, and I love it. It's a nice change. That's going to be Joust advantage, though. Going back to Juicebox one more time, as they are down just 1 goal here with 8 minutes left on the clock. We shall see who's going to grab. It's going to probably be the Law. Yes, it is. Going to send that one across the arena there. Going to bounce off of a Geo, though, and is not in their possession. There we go. Mozzie does make the grab, getting a lot of pressure from the Vicious gang there. Swagwar moving down. Going to send it across to the Law. Law moving forward. It's a one-on-one right now. If he can get there. Nope, he's going to tuck. Oh, nice. Will he take the pass? Yes, he will, and that pays off, tying them up with 7 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock.
4-4. That's just fun to say. I don't know, something about the number 4. When I was a kid, that was the number I put on everything, and then I became a Sidney Crosby fan. So now everything is 86. He's 87. I'm 86. Anyways, Palace. Oh, big turnover there, Mozzie though. Zach W gets that one back viciously. As Andy W, a good send up there, a good clear out. Oh, the bounce there. Sends it to the far side, keeps it away from the defense. Will be collected by Matthew on the far side, stunned out. The Mozzie with that pick off will send that one out. Does take a careening bounce there. And a scoop from Palace. Maybe a little panic there. So I'll get that one collected. Although maybe it was communicated. Anyway, so their far side, Mozzie behind the goal. One more pass. What a setup. Ryan will slap that one in for the 2. And Juicebox will take a 2-point lead here in the 3rd.
I love watching plays like that. It was very controlled. It wasn't panicky at all. It was very smooth. It was very eloquently played. I mean, it was perfect. It was a great play. And that's going to be Vicious, though. Now, down the goal here with 7 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Palace does send that disc down. It's going to bounce all the way down into the blue zone. And that is going to be who picking that up? It's going to be, no, just kidding. Mozzie with the grab. Going to send that one back to the law. Getting that disc back out of there. Sends it to Ryan in the ceiling there. Going to send that one all the way through the tunnel. Mozzie going to send that one into the bubble. Bounce right back out, and they are there to pick it up. Mozzie with the disc now, getting some heat from a triple stack from Vicious. It's a vicious triple stack indeed. Mozzie with the disc.
And Swag War shot there, stopped. Matthew will send that one out off that turnover. Defensive stack will get there first. Excuse me. We'll get there first. The Swag War turns that one around. Now Mozzie with it again. Mozzie sends it up. We'll connect. Excuse me, that was a reset. I apologize. The Swag War. Good play there from Matthew. It will is able to apply some serious pressure to Swag. They have a player out deep there. Number 16, Mozzie, is well behind. Mozzie basically playing offside there for a while. Offside like soccer offsides. Ryan will send this one back up to Mozzie. Mozzie has Swag War on the near side. Cuts the Swag. Swag not able to get the pass there. A little miscommunication as the law will get it collected once again here. Juking away from Matthew. Matthew on him. Was not able to get the stun off. Frustrated, I'm sure he was. As that one will be slapped up there on the far side. Palace gets there first instead. Tries to stun that one out through the tube. Unable to as Ryan gets it back here. Halfway through this third round. Juicebox maintaining possession now as the law handling it here on the near side floor. They have one in the bubble there. That's Mozzie on the back line of Swag War. Splitting the wings is Ryan and the law. Swag sends, or excuse me, Ryan up, sorry, Swag up to Mozzie. And Mozzie will hit that one for the 2. That's now a 4-point lead to Juicebox. As we are just over halfway through this third round, they are pushing up.
It took a lot of time on that play. There was a lot of passing. There was a lot of holding the disc. They weren't really pushing each other too much. It was interesting to watch. Who won round 1? Strimbitsky. This is round 3. So that was Juicebox and then Vicious. And now we're back to round 3.
Yeah, Juicebox won first round 16-7. Second round, Vicious won 13-12. They won with a self goal to prevent that 3 for the tie. As Mozzie will turn this one around, and of course waiting for the score of here of the third. So 4 minutes to go here in the third as Matthew sending it up here. It's Zach. Zach. Ooh. Looking for that cut to Andy, but passed a little bit off. Andy has to recover. This will send this one back. Palace maintaining the back line. Palace once again, they have one at the goal. They have the pass set up, but Swag War with a beautiful interception. The clear, though, not as beautiful. As Matthew will get this one back. The stack has to recover. The stack does get back the goals. Oh, what a grab there, Ryan. Oh, my goodness. I was out of breath, and Ryan was out of space. He got that grab. That doesn't make sense, but it sounded good in my head. As the law get this one, sends it up, and uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
What a stop, Andy. He's been ridiculous in goal tonight.
Yeah. Agreed. We've seen some great saves from both teams tonight. I still am I'm surprised. I mean, Andy and Zach both have had 4 saves so far. That's phenomenal. Palace with the disc now. Oh, sends that to Matthew. Matthew moving towards the goal. Gonna send it to Palace. Palace to Zach for the goal. Within a 1-goal game once again.
Yeah, here 8-6. They have Juicebox here in the third. And yeah, I expect Juicebox to not slow down here. I don't expect them to run too much clock. I think they're just going to play that aggressive game they've been playing as a 2-2-2-1-1 here from Vicious. Aggressive that feigned attack at the quarterback. That front stack now stunned out there on the far side. The law gets to Mozzie here. They're able to push up now that stack is subdued. Is Ryan there behind the goal, stunned out, but still gets a pass to Mozzie. What a play. They now push it up by 2 goals, 10-6.
You know, I was just about to say, they're not doing a whole lot of stack breaking, and then the stack was broken, so I just held my tongue for a moment. But they're staying fairly well connected, and they're not having to battle out too many of the of those breakups there. They're not having to fight that out too much. That's going to be Palace with the disc right now, sending that one across the arena to Andy, but getting some pressure from the Juicebox stack, and they do take possession of the disc. Ryan sends that one forward, but Palace is going to pick it up, losing possession, getting stunned out. Oh boy, what a grab there, and going to send that one right back out of the bubble, and it is battle on. I think they were all very hungry and very aggressive for these next couple of goals here as we wrap up this third round with a minute 40 seconds left on the clock.
Swagwar will handle this one here at mid, and at this point they will run that clock. You see Vicious retreating to their bubble there. Swagwar was not going to allow them to do that. As Mozzie there on the far side will send this one behind the goal. This is why Swagwar won't allow it. And that's why Vicious doesn't want to. But Vicious has to, with this lead here at this point in the game, Vicious cannot let Juicebox just run the clock like that. They have to get out there. They have to pressure those passes out. Otherwise, Swagwar will literally just sit there on the back line and let that clock run.
And he can, because they've got the clock advantage for sure. So that's going to be Palace sending that one down to Andy. I mean, I'd do the same thing if I were ahead that much. The Law now going to send that one all the way in. Oh, would that have gone in?
Yes.
I think that would have gone in.
It absolutely would
Whoopsie-daisy.
have. Whoopsie daisy indeed. Right, let's look at the points. Let's look at the victory here. Really, at that point, it's at this point in the game, it's I think it would matter more if there was like a compendium of player stats in VRML. You know what I mean? If there's a reason to care about that. But since we don't have that, it's not as big a deal. It really
Is
only.
it weighted at all? Oh, that was nice. Is it weighted at all? Like if this game would have been a much higher separation of points, would that matter moving forward for them? Like if it wouldn't have been as tight?
So it does. I'm not sure. I know it's not to any significant degree, but I know the score differential is taken into account, as Swagwar doesn't seem to mind.
I had already written their scores down.
So score differential matters, just not to a significant degree, as I understand it. That's the extent of my understanding. But Ennard, I would send it to you, but we have to quickly move into this next game. We're already 11 minutes late, so quick intermission here to swap to bring you Kangarillas versus Hot Drop. We have a link ready for us. We'll be moving on over into that. So don't go very far. In fact, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back. Those will be quick. We have Kangarillas versus Hot Drop there, ready to go. I figure we're going to be pinging them to start any moment now. Once again, I'm SirDimwi, joined by Jeep Girls. We have Ennard occupying the analyst slot on the sidelines for us, and of course, Wonder T-Man on the cams. And we have a very exciting matchup for you here: Kangarillas versus Hot Drop. Hot Drop with some of the roster recently replaced, and of course, Kangarillas back here in the Master Tier. This isn't their first game, is it? Is this Kangarillas' first game back as a Master Tier team?
Oh.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Is it? Can't be Thursday. It is.
It is, yeah.
I feel so on. It's random. It's random. Yeah, nobody's played yet. There's no records. It's all 0-0. So yeah. At least there might be a couple. Yeah. So I feel so honored right now to be casting Kangarillas' first Master Tier game back here in the Master Tier. You know what? This is what, guys. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. This is a special one. This really is Kangarillas, I'm sorry, I'm gonna talk over you guys at the start here. Kangarillas are the last world champions. ESL had legitimate world championship games back in the last one was early 2019. And that last one, so the first two were won by Eclipse. That's Palador's team. That's where you hear about Palador being a world champion. Lemming was one of his teammates there. Lemming, who made Gorilla Tag, the literal dev of Gorilla Tag, was one of Palador's teammates on that team that won the first two world championships. And then the third world championship, the third and final in ESL, was won by the Kangarillas. At the time, it was Loveridge, Strembitsky, and Sealable Bag, I do believe, was the roster. Sealable Bag has since retired from Echo. He played in VRML several seasons with Kangarillas, several years, in fact. And then there were some split-offs there for a few seasons. Strembitsky left to another team. Mad left to another team. Leverage was really the only original member. Kangarillas remaining. Zenith kind of joined while they were still the Kangarillas we knew, and then Zenith kind of stayed on once they all kind of split off. But this season, last week, in fact, or last cycle, in fact, Kangarillas came back together as the roster we know, minus Sealable Bag, and are now back here in the Master Tier for the first time in a season or two. And it's so happy to have them back. Very excited to see them as we start here in the first round. Jeep Kang with the first touch.
Yes, and that's going to be Callan sending that quickly over to Strembitsky. He's going to pass that one back to Loveridge right there. Beautiful, beautiful first goal there by Callan to put Kang on the board first. You're in round one of this incredible match.
There you go. Kangarillas will get that first goal here against Hot Drop. Excuse me. Thought I had it. So, yeah, 30 seconds off the clock. Kaznaz handling that one there on the back line, sends it back to the near side and then back to Kaznaz. It will send that one. Oh, it's off of the lip of the tube. Stun there from the teammate. The Strembitsky will send this one in from that near side tube. Taking the careening bounce up to the ceiling there. Will be collected by Callan. Callan looking at Leverage cutting, but a beautiful read there by Kaznaz. We'll get it picked off and sent out back to mid.
That was a fantastic save by Kaznaz. Indeed, in fact, somebody Cruisin, I believe, was just saying expect to see lots of saves tonight from Kaznaz. So let's hope for that. Draco Mako going to make that clear, sending it all the way back down into the trap area as Kaznaz and Draco Mako move in with that disc, taking that stack all the way down into the bubble there. And they're still trying to grab that. There we go. Draco Mako with the disc sends it to Snipe. Snipe gonna sink that one in for the first goal of the match for Hot Drop, tying them up.
Yeah, 2-2 there. And I just noticed Pinched commented that I was casting with a Pens cap on. So I didn't. My hair is not being friendly today, and I just didn't feel like dealing with it. So one, it's a little maybe a little lazy, but two. I don't have any other hats that fit properly. I have a VRML hat, but it's not big enough for my head, so it doesn't fit quite right. It looks like I'm wearing a little kid's hat. So yeah, so you're dealing with the Pens hat this evening, and you know, I'm fine with representing a little bit of Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? I wish I had a Pittsburgh backdrop. Anyways, far side there, Mad moving on in 1v1. Oh, feigns the oh. Kaz got the grab, but it's got to be a technical goal. 4-2 here to the Kangarillas.
That's unfortunate as always, but it does happen, and you know it's part of the game, and that's okay. That's going to be Joust advantage now, going back to Hot Drop. 7 minutes 40 seconds left on the clock. They are going to come out swinging, I'm sure, and ready to retaliate with another goal. Kaznaz now with the disc and send it across the arena down to Draco Mako. Back out, loses possession of it for a moment, and the stack there does come in pretty quick, trying to attack that one, as Average does pick it up there in the tunnel. Going to send that one all the way in, but it's a bounce off the shield. Bloody shield. Sending it right back over. Kaznaz does pick it up, sends it back again. It's going to bounce off the shield and into Strembitsky's hands. Going to make it the clear.
Strem. Instead of clearing, actually, you have to Mad, and Mad will give us the leverage. Nice disc movement here. Shrem and Mad will stack the other there on the far side. Shrem up to leverage here. Look at that movement. They just move right through mid like a hot knife through butter. Leverage. Ooh, sends it to Mad. Stunned out. Good challenge there from, was that Draco Mako? Mad gets it back. Draco Mako, big stop, low side shot. Callan, though, will get this one collected here on the back line. Has a lateral pass to Strem. So we'll send this one up, forward up to Mad there. Mad will look for Strem there on the far side, but Strem not able to play it. Callan left this one recovered here on the back line, able to. So well out of the bubble there are two of the players, Average and Draco Mako. They're going to be a 3v2 developing here. And oh my goodness, they're not able to capitalize on it. That is huge. Average gets that one sent out. Hot Drop has to capitalize on that moment there. Snipe turns that one around, looking to get this one up to a teammate there. That was Draco Mako on the far side. Collect by Castas, hits it for the 2. They are able to punish it. Oh, the Kangarillas, unbelievable there from Hot Drop.
Nothing like a tie game, and a phenomenal tie game at that, as the Kings' first night back in Master for this season, and we're so happy that they're here. Oh my goodness. 6 minutes left on the clock. It's 4-4. You know, so far this is our 4th match of the night, and we have had round 3s in all of the others. I would love a round 3 here tonight. I'm sure they don't. That's going to be Leverage sending that disc back to Strimbitsky. Strimbitsky passing it back down to Callan there in the tunnel. Callan moving down the arena, looking for the pass. Going to opt to send it up to Leverage on the ceiling, who sends it back to Callan. Callan going to lose possession of it. Nope, he did not lose possession. He did get that pass off to Strimbitsky. And right there, Mad with the disc, moving towards the goal, finds Callan. Callan finds...
Ooh.
Outside the bubble.
Mad able to get this one back into Callan.
There
Ooh.
we go.
They are able to recover on it.
Return.
Kangarillas will retake the lead here, 6-4, here in the first. And yeah, Hot Drop able to stay with the Kangarillas, but Hot Drop has to watch out because this is Kangarillas. The Kangarillas' worst round is always the first round. Kangarillas always get stronger throughout the game, and the reason for that is the first round they read the other team. Historically, when Leverage is kind of the mind behind your strategies, that's how it works. They read your game, they figure out what you're doing in that game. Is Mad, beautiful feed there from Leverage. Then what they do is they try to get you. So what it ultimately is Leverage will try to get you to change your game some way. It's not so much important exactly how you change it. It's just that you change it up. They do something to make it difficult for you to play the game you want to play. So you go to your plan B. And that is the game they want to strategically attack. So that's the whole point. It doesn't matter what your plan B is. They just want you on the plan B because they know if you're on your plan B, that's not the strategy you actually want to be running. And they know it's the weaker strategy. That's why you're not running it, as Reiko will bring that one in for it too. And that's the strategy they will actually start taking you on head on with. And that's when they start really running it up. But with that said, Hot Drop is back within 2 here.
They are back within 2, and we have Kit Catastrophe in the Twitch chat saying hello and talking about Kang. So happy to see you, Kit. Hope you're doing well. Really using the geos really well to their advantage, and they are in. It's going to be right there in the hands of Leverage. Leverage sends it all the way down into Mad's hands. Oh, but loses possession to Average. What an attack by Average there, and that stack does come in. They take the lead. Hot Drop by 1.
That was absolutely phenomenal there. Draco Mako hitting that 3. And Hot Drop able to take that lead up by 1 now. As it's starting to get chilly in here, and I'm really enjoying that. As it was just over 3 minutes ago. I'm sorry, I don't. It's a compulsion to just like comment like that. As will be Strimbitsky there on the far side. Although disruption of what is it? Disruption of there's a term. It's actually an industry term. As Callan was sending that across, if you disrupting the pattern disruption. Pattern disruption with kind of think of like Family Guy, how they're criticized with the way they do their jokes, or like just random jokes in the middle of the narrative. As Callan bringing this one in, sends it across. Matt not able to play that one, stunned out. As Strimbitsky with it will send it behind the goal. As Leverage loses it, it'll be slapped away. One of the things for like in the YouTube space or the content creation space is pattern disruption. Throw in little comments, funny commentaries and things. As Average bring this one in. As Mad stops it and sends it out of the bubble to keep things interesting and keep people engaged with what they're watching. As this one's down to the floor, will be collected by somebody. Strimbitsky. Oh, opportunity. No, sorry, I got confused again. Strimbitsky clears that one out through the far side.
That is going to be right there behind the goal. Callan Buzz pick it up and sinks another one, taking the lead by Kangarillas right here with just a tiny bit of time left. 2 minutes left on the clock here in round 1. We'll see. That's going to be Joust advantage going back over to Hot Drop now.
Yeah, Hot Drop going to be coming out down by 1. Still time. As Kaznaz sends it into the near side tube. Average back across a snipe. Hitting Draco Mako, looking for an option across. That's an ambitious play, but they'll connect on it. Average ducking 1. Gets, they got the lead back. They're up by 1. Hot Drop, 11-10.
Wow. Well, I mean, we expected to see kind of a balanced match tonight because, like you said, we've got We've got a couple of new rostered players there for Hot Drop, so this is a great game for them. And Kangarillas being their first match back in Master, so I expected to see a fairly tight match. Strumbisky does get that disc off before getting stunned out there, and that is right there in the hands of Draco Mego, sending that one right back into the bubble area. They do get hung up on the Geo though, but they are able to make the goal, and that puts Hot Drop in the lead by 3.
Now, Hot Drop looking to take this first round here with only a minute to go. Although they do need to watch out. Kangaroos can very quickly respond. As Kang now with his Joust advantage. Curious to see how they come out. You know what I haven't noticed though lately from Kang? Is any of their inverted plays. They haven't been using them a whole lot. And I'm wondering if there's a reason for that. If anyone on Kang is watching this and I just picked up on something, please just be like, hey, yeah, you picked up on something. Because that'll make me feel good. Strumbisky in there, Mad, not able to slam. Oh, wait. How much time on the clock? Was that intentional?
20
There's no way.
seconds.
There's too much time.
Surely not. There's too much time.
Cruising, you don't think that was that intentional? There's no way, right? I can't tell. There's too much time, right? He's saying gotta be. That's too dangerous.
Oh, that was close.
I don't even know. Ennard, do you have an opinion?
Wild.
Are you muted, sir? Are you present?
That was insane. I'm not sure.
Is he with us? He is muted, but he may not. I know he's not in the game. Oh, there he is. What's up, Ennard?
Yeah, sorry, couple technical problems.
Yeah, I mean, do you, Cruising is maintaining that was intentional too. That was really early, though. I mean, what's your opinion?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot closer than all the other games we've had tonight. Just welcome Kangs first of all back to Master, but like definitely two top really good teams. It's been really close. It's been really fun to watch.
I've lost my pen. I've lost my pen. Help! Help! There's my pen. Well, actually, this is the other pen. Just absolutely, I gotta write down the score. It's 13-12. That's what I need my pen for.
Yes.
Absolutely phenomenal there from Hotshot. But again, they gotta watch out. Although I will point out their stat line looks really good. You see you see that? It's not quite bingo, but they're on their, they're like right there.
Yeah.
See how evenly that is? They're all scoring. They're almost all getting assists. Saves are not just one person, so that's going to be really important for the rest of the game. But they have to watch out. This is the point where Kangarillas is going to force Hot Drop to change something about the game, and they're going to start stomping on that very thing. So watch out. Kang will get the first touch here. Mad with the reception on the near side. They have one in the bubble there. They have a pest already working there. That's Strumbisky. As Callan back to leverage, Shrem will move there to the far side. They have Mad here sneaking in on the near side. The defense reads that. Callan has to get this one recovered here on the near side. 25 seconds off the clock is a good read there from Draco Mako. Disrupts that pass. Disc is loose. Leverage gets it back. It's Strumbisky. Oh, set up there to Mad off the post to get. Kaznaz will get that one collected and send out the bubble here.
And Callan's going to bring it right back, though, sending that one nicely over to Leverage right there. Leverage to Strumbisky. Strumbisky to sink that one in, putting Kang on the board first in round 2. That was nice.
That was very nice.
We do have a hydrate, by the way. Thank you, Pinch Nerve. We appreciate you.
I actually need to get I needed to get a water at the no. Yeah. No, I needed to get a water before this game, and I forgot to. I am out of liquid in front of me. That is unfortunate. Is Mad, and I'm already starting to feel that regret. And Callan there from Mad. Oh, one more pass. How did Leverage break that? I don't know how he got away from that defender, but he did. That is going to be a 4-point lead now to the Kangarillas. Timeout.
Timeout. And that is from Blue. That's going to be Hot Drop taking a timeout right now. They do get that, though. They get, each team gets the one timeout.
You know, Wonder, I don't appreciate being called out like that. You know, in VRML, we don't allow call outs. I don't know if you know that. So you may or may not be fired at the end of next summer. I need you at least until then.
Just until then.
At least until then. He's on contract. I mean, that's how it works.
Oh,
not
we did
actually.
lose. We lost a hot drop player, by the way.
Pinched? That is not what happened. I am offended by your characterization of events. Ennard, would you like to put us back on the rails here? Interesting. I mean, Kangaroo is taking a 4-point lead very quickly here in the second. They lost the first. They're 13-12. I mean, have you noticed anything different yet, or I mean, are they just executing really well to start this round?
I have not noticed anything. Yeah, it's just they're executing really well this next round here. Definitely, you were right about how they're gonna force you to switch to your backup plan and then take advantage of your since your backup plan is not as well developed, and they're gonna take advantage of that.
So Hot Chop are going to be looking to contend with that, as they likely already are in some capacity. But now they did get that player back. I believe it was Kazans who dropped out. Real quick, it is fall, and that means the return of Nick at Night. I'm just kidding. Of course, it is Fall Fest. Now, Fall Fest technically starts on the 15th, 16th, but like this weekend, VRML is hosting the Blast On Last Chance qualifier. It's 8th and 9th. You can sign up for that. You will be so you'll be competing to get into a championship tournament, and that second tournament is going to be one where you compete for $10,000. Now that's not this one. That's not this tournament this weekend. VRML is hosting the Last Chance qualifier, but then the championship tournament is hosted somewhere else. It's the game devs are actually putting that on. But VRML will be hosting that Last Chance qualifier this weekend. So there's a landing page. You go to vrml.gg. There's a landing page somewhere on the website for that event. But of course, that is the unofficial start to Fall Fest. And then 15th, 16th is when Pavlov starts, and then Onward starts the 29th and 30th, their postseason stuff. Of course, Echo starts we start our postseason stuff the 5th and 6th. And then of course, but the date to remember if you're a fan of Echo Arena, because everything else you'll be reminded constantly over the next few weeks and months of all the different things going on. The thing you need to remember, just always have in the back of your mind, November 20th. That is the day. That is the big day to not miss. November 20th, November 20th, November 20th. In coming weeks, I'll be able to give more details as to why that's such a big day. That has to do with the schedule. I just worked it out with all the mods from all the different regions, how they wanted to do their finals this season. And I worked out the schedule on how that's all going to be executed and when that's going to be executed, in what stages, at what times. And one of the cool things is November 20th is turning out to be one of the most stacked days of awesomeness and amazingness in VRML history. And you are not going to want to miss it. I am telling you right now, you do not want to miss November 20th. Everything preceding it, you don't want to miss as well. But again, there will be reminders for everything as we're going through it all. Just remember, November 20th is the day. November 20th, November 20th, November 20th. As we are going to get started back here in the second round, Jeep. Still over 8.5 minutes to go, but Kangaroo is currently with the lead 4-0.
We also have, by the way, SirDimwi in the Twitch chat, a hype train coming in. And Duboss and Kit Catastrophe have both subbed, so thank you so very much for that. We greatly
that's
appreciate
awesome.
it.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so we are in. Yeah, so November the 20th. Jot it down, make a note, put it on your Google Calendar, and be here. Draco Mako with the disc right there, gonna send that one all the way down. Strambitsky is gonna make that clear, though. Callan does pick it back up as it made a little bounce there, and they are going to move down the arena, sending that one all the way through down into the blue bubble there. As who's gonna get to it first? Oh my heavens!
Wow. Wow, and this is another new. I haven't heard this one. This is the first time I'm hearing this. Is this also from the?
Yeah.
This has to be from the new. What is it called?
There's a couple of them. The new Echo Pass.
Echo Pass. The final Echo Pass, actually. What's up, Andy W? Anybody watching who saw the last game of Vicious versus Juicebox? That is Andy W. Yeah, that's Andy W. from Vicious. Say what up to Andy W. Callan sets it up. Loveridge puts it in. Kangaroos are up 8-0. And seriously, chat, say like at Andy W. What up? Like, chat, do that thing now, please. Thank you.
I'm not gonna type it, but Andy W. What up? Sorry, I called you a Quaid brother earlier. Long story. Anyway, that is going to be Kaz.
No, that wasn't Andy. That was Zach.
Oh, it was Zach. It was Zach.
Yeah,
It
you
was
called
Zach.
Zach Randy Quaid. Well, you
called
didn't actually.
Zach.
You accidentally did, but yeah.
I inferred it.
Yes.
Andy's, yeah, no. Okay. Anyway, that was another goal by Kang. What a different match this was. So round 1 was 12-13 hot drop, and round 2 is 10-0 with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. You were
Pinch
not
start.
kidding.
Pinch, I gotta say, welcome to a Kangaroos game. This is what they often look like. This is how they work. Kang will, you get a really good first round, they read you, they figure out what you're doing. It starts looking like this. Now, average, good goal there, good answer. Maybe a hot shop's gonna be able to answer now. Also, shout out to Luke in the chat. Everyone should also say, at Luke, what up?
Hi, Luke. Good game earlier.
Hi works as well.
I kind of feel imposter-y saying, what up?
What up?
What up, dog?
We're just some guys looking for some other cool guys who want to hang out in our party mansion. Stremitsky up here, Luke's or Matt. Look at that. Matt gets that one. Also, somebody got my reference there. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's Loveridge. Jamaica Mako, excuse me, turns that one around. We'll send this one in. Takes a bouncer. Oh, well, that's a flat bouncer. It's dangerous.
Ooh.
You want to know why? What are we gonna find? What? 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 That was the dumbest goal I've ever seen. That was the dumbest goal I have ever seen. That is the dumbest goal I have ever seen.
Oh my gosh. You're not kidding. That was ridiculous.
I gotta see the angle on this. It's perfect. It's perfect. You can see everything that just happened. What? Clip it. I'm clipping it. That's going on social media tomorrow.
Clip that. Snipe just sent another one in for the 3. It's a 1-goal game. They just went from 10-0 to 10-7 in a matter of moments. Okay, interesting.
Wow.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah, that is so hot drop coming back very quickly here. A minute ago, I was saying, you know, this is what Kangaroos games look like, and then hot drop, someone there has their stream on and was like, we need to shut SirDimwi up for real. And you know what? A lot of people get that feeling is they're going to get a turnover here. In fact, I'm pretty sure Andy W has felt like that a couple times in the past. It's Mako across there. You know, I don't blame anybody. I say a lot of dumb stuff. I'm going to be honest. Mako across the average. But you know what? If you were talking as often as I do, you know, like on stream, you'd say some dumb stuff too. Average, we'll hit it. You know, I challenge you to do this without getting canceled. You know what I mean? Like, you'll say some dumb stuff. Average hits it. I'm not saying
Ridiculous.
I'm going to get.
I never say dumb stuff. 99% of the time. That's going to be Joust advantage going back over to Kangaroo. Bitsky does grab that disc right there on the launch, but it's going to go backwards, accidentally hitting the edge of the that thing that you go through. And
Wow. Wow. Was that off the back wall?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Was it the backboard? Oh, it was. Wow. Talk about, you said corner, man. Wow, what a shot. Cruising, if Cruising's that impressed, you know it's a good shot. Seriously, I mean, Cruising's one of the best goalies in the world. If Cruising is saying you got a good shot,
Yeah.
you have a good shot. There's Matt there on the far side. Uh-oh, not going to get the 1v1. Defense does return, but it sets up Strembitsky here. Kang down by 2. Stop by Kaznaz. Is hot drop? No way, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to curse it. Here, average. Turning this one around. We'll get it through the near side too. They're going to race after this one. Looks like defense gets it first. That's Strembitsky with it.
It is, and Strembitsky is going to send that one all the way down through the midfield, but Kaznaz is there to make the grab, sending it right back through. A little ping pong match here, but the stack is going to get to it first. That's going to be Strembitsky with the disc now. Going to send that one all the way through the midfield and down into Trench. It is anybody's disc, but Snipe's going to pick it up and send it right back into the tunnel.
And Shrem stunned out. Average gets it picked off, and we'll reset it there to Snipe. Snipe stacked up at Kaznaz. They get broken up though. As Mad will get this one back here for the Kangaroos just over 2 minutes ago. Once again, Hotshot did take the first round, 13-12. Kangaroos went up 10-0. And then Hot Drop came back, and they're up 12 to 10. So that's 12 unanswered points here. It's a big setup there. Oh, another one. Matt slaps that one, goes wide. And Kangaroos cannot afford mistakes like that right now. As an average, we'll get this one, send it back to mid. A good stack to pick that one up, snipe with it. Uh-oh. Hooks it straight to the floor. Good stack there. Strembitsky sends this one through. But in the hands of average. I said Strack because it was Strembitsky.
That works.
So fair enough, right? As this will get to
Oh.
What?
How? How? That disc is right there, though, in the hands of average in the midfield. Moving down. Nope. Gonna opt to send it back for a reset there to Kaznaz. Kaznaz moving through. Sends it high into the hands of Snipe. Snipe sends it across to Draco. Mako. Nice play. Hot Drop taking a 4-point lead right here with just, 2 minutes roughly? Yeah, a minute. A minute left on the clock. Holy cat.
This is, if you're Hot Drop, you're in a really good position, but you got to watch out. You're going to have to watch out. There's still time. There's still plenty of time here. As Strembitsky will handle this one, the quarterback position, 52 seconds. He's trying to bait that chain, but that chain can wait all day. Shrem will walk this one up with that wingspan. You see him flapping his wings up there. Shrem, look at the send here. Loveridge not able to play it. The send out, Mad not able to play that one. They're looking to track this one down. Strembitsky will. 40 seconds on the clock. Shrem, far side. All three in the bubble. They got to set this one up behind the goal. Good read there. Draco Mako picks it off and clears it. That might just do it. That gets cleared out here. There's less than 30 seconds on the clock. Picked up here, Strembitsky turning it around. They have to score right now. There's not enough time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hot Drop is going to take Hanging 2. Unbelievable performance here from Hot Drop. Kangaroos went up 10-0 to start the second round, and Hot Drop answered with 14 unanswered points. That is an unbelievable performance from Hot Drop, as Kangaroos will fall 0-2 in their first game in their return to Master Tier. Not to rub it in. Much respect to those guys. I'm just narrating. As entered, we don't really have a minute, but we'll take a minute because that is quite the victory there for Hot Drop.
Oh man, my mouth is still, my jaw's still on the floor. Like the 10-0 lead Kangaroos had, they were doing amazing, and I don't even know what happened. Hot Drop just decided, they just went to plan C and it just worked out for them.
So we do have a link here. Sorry, Jeep, go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing completely. We have a link. We do
have a link. So a phenomenal game there, Hot Drop. That is a huge victory there for Hot Drop, especially after the roster changes. Kangaroos is going to be looking for their first later this week, I believe on Sunday. With that being said, however, we're going to go to a quick intermission. We have one more to bring you, Anomaly versus Odyssey. Another Master Tier matchup. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Spark Mini Companion app for your Quest headset. First, go into your Echo Arena settings and turn API access on, then restart Echo Arena. Also, your phone and Quest do need to be on the same internet connection. For Android, go to the Play Store, search Spark Mini. For iOS, click the first link in the description, click View in App Store, and download Test Flight. Now go back to the page and click Start Testing. It's going to open in Test Flight. Install Spark Mini and open it. Okay, next, start testing. Now you want to click this Find Quest IP button, but if it doesn't work, it's not a problem. We just have to manually find the quest IP. Go into your quest settings, then Wi-Fi settings, click on the Wi-Fi network you're currently connected to, scroll down, you'll see advanced settings, open that up. Scroll down more and you will see IP address. It should start with 192.168. Note this IP, go back into Spark Mini, click settings in the bottom right, and input the IP address from your quest. So I'm currently in a private arena in Echo. If you don't see anything here, you need to join a lobby or match. To join Spark Links, go into the Share Match tab, paste your Spark Link, and click Join. Once again, you do need to be in a lobby or match to do this.
And welcome back, everybody. We have one more for you. We have had quite the evening of games to start at 7:30 Eastern this evening. That was almost 3 hours ago. With that, when we started with Clutch and Nuggets versus the Unknown Raptors. Unknown Raptors did end up taking that one. Clutch Nuggets lost a player at the end of the third round, and then their team kind of dropped out during the third round. So it was, or the end of the second round is when they lost a player, and then the team kind of dropped out during the third round. So Unknown Raptors were able to get a mercy in that third round. Second game, Tyro NA versus Black Diamond. Tyro ended up taking that one as the underdogs. Great matchup. Went to 3 as well. Both those first games went to 3. Vicious versus Juicebox. Andy W was just in the chat here. Matthew was in the chat as well with us. Also, Luke from Tyro was in the chat. The one you see, also one of our fantastic, amazing casters here in VRML. Vicious versus Juicebox. That went to 3 as well, I'm pretty sure. Ultimately, Juicebox got the victory, right? Right? Yeah. So
Yes.
Juicebox got the victory. And then, of course, last game, the only game tonight so far, to end in 2, Kangaroos versus Hot Drop. One we expected to go to 3 and did end in 2. Hot Drop taking that one in 2. As we get started here in the 5th and final game, Odyssey versus Anomaly. Odyssey on the right in blue. Just had an opportunity at the goal there. Of course, Anomaly on the left in orange. Sending here from Anomaly. Will be into the Odyssey bubble. Loose here, collected by Mamba. The real Mamba, that is Lil Guipo, not able to get that one turned around as Acorn here for Anomaly. Sends it back in off the barrier. Captain Will with a long shot off the post out of the bubble.
That disc is going to be right there, moving into the trap area. The stack, will they get to it first? No, Captain Will is able to fling it backwards, getting it back down into the... keeping it in the blue zone, but they are not able to... Swagger Nuts does send that one over to KFC. KFC going to bounce it off the wall. It's going to bounce back out of the bubble, though. And Captain... Yeah, that was nuts. Captain Will... I'm having some weird things going on over here. I don't know about y'all. Lil Guipo gonna send that one down into the hands of Paranim now. Paranim sends it all the way into the orange zone where it does bounce off of that nutty little Geo.
Actually, that was one of the few POV shots that Wonder will hit. As Acorn will hit this one for 3. Excuse me, one of the few POV shots that Wonder will hit that actually don't work out. So as I saw, excuse me, the viewers would not have seen. That KFC went for a no-look lower underhand shot from the nest. So when Wonder went into POV, oh, chill out, dude. Chill out. When Wonder went into POV, that's KFC went for a no-look underhand there. So that's what I was reacting to, and one of the few times that POV can get in the way. It's very rare though. When you hit a good POV, it's a great thing. It can just sometimes be a gamble, and we all, sometimes. You lose that gamble, but when you hit it, oh man, it's great. The Swag World will send one across. Captain Will, Swagger Nuts was cutting in, but Captain Will took the shot there, went far wide, and Lil Guipo recovers it. It was just over 2 minutes off the clock. Still just the one goal here from Anomaly in this master tier matchup. Swag War sends that one up to Mamba there. Mamba at mid will turn that one back around. Up to looking for Paranim. Paranim will send that one back. The wrist flick there. What a pass to Guipo. That was beautiful. And Guipo will reset, looking for Mamba, or excuse me, on sound.
Yep, and Lil Guipo's going to get that disc, sends it across to Paranim now, moving towards the bubble. They are trying to draw at the defense a little bit. She's working on and pulling KFC a bit. Lil Guipo now with the disc, moving, passes that one up to, well, they lose possession of it, and that's going to go right into upper trench. It's no man's disc, but KFC does pick it up, sends it all the way back down into trench, and they are right there. KFC, whoa, I thought he was going to shoot that, and he held it, but he shot it now, and that is going to stretch that lead to 5.
Yeah, 5-point lead here to Anomaly. 3 minutes in, relatively low-scoring game so far. Excuse me. So it's getting a little dry here, even with the water. It's unsound. I think it's just a long night. Yeah, that'll happen. 3 hours of casting. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, that'll definitely happen after 3 hours of casting. So sound back to Mamba. Nice give and go here. Stay away from KFC and Swagger there. They stack back together here. Paradigm will send this one across here near side. Mamba not able to get the grab, and it will be Acorn instead. Turning that one around. Taking the bounce down to the floor here. KFC not able to get the grab. It will instead be Mamba. Mamba up to the far side there. Paradigm. Paradigm, good send up here. Open goal here for Guipo. Not anymore. Stack did get back there. And the send across looking for Paradigm. Took her a moment to get it. Stack comes out to attack. Paradigm will get this one sent back across. Great move there from Paradigm, though the pass is off the mark. That Stack is still active. Acorn is able to get it. Send it up, but that is unsound on the back line. Turning it right back around here for Odyssey.
Yeah, and that's going to be Lil Guipo picking that one up. Does get stunned out, losing possession of it. Mamba does make the send, but it's going to be right there to Unsound. Unsound across the floor. Not quite connecting that pass, though, and KFC is going to have the opportunity to grab it, sending it right back down, but Lil Guipo comes in with a triple stack, sending it back down to Paranim in the tunnel. Paranim is feeling a lot of heat from that Anomaly stack there, as they do take possession of the disc one more time, sending it all the way down into the bubble. Get another goal. They will.
Yeah, Guipo puts that one in for the 7-point lead now to Anomaly. And despite the lower scoring overall, the lower scoring rate of this game, Anomaly will take a minimum 3-goal lead here over Odyssey. As Odyssey now still searching for that first goal here. Unsound, quick pass there to the far side. Paranim back here to the near side. Mamba, though, passed a little bit off the mark as Paranim gets this one back. And looking for a send out here. They have a player out deep there. That is Guipo, but might want to choke back up. He does, actually. Starts backing up a little bit. Tending with that back stack. Mamba back there to Paranim. And Paranim into the hands. Unsound. They're still maintaining this diamond formation, and it's working up for them against this 2v2. Excuse me, this 2-2. These passes, although they've missed a couple, they've been able to recover on the ones they've missed. Odyssey maintains his possession here. And this possession time currently, they have over a minute over Anomaly, despite Anomaly's lead, 248 to 132 currently in favor of Odyssey. And there's patience here from Odyssey. Mamba looking for Paranim. Unsound rather. Paranim now also looking for an Unsound. Not able to connect on that. Mamba will get this one back here on the near side. Let's look for another attack here on the bubble.
That is going to be right across the arena there to Paranim on the floor. Their bubble defense right now for Anomaly is really, really strong and very good. Very nice clear, and that stack is coming right through with KFC. Gonna sink that one in, taking a 10-point lead here in just round 1.
I'll be honest, that is a rather painful goal right there. Yeah, after Odyssey spent, I don't know, almost a minute of possession time, maybe. Probably more closer to 30, 40 seconds, but still, they were not able to connect on a goal. And in a matter of 10 to 15 seconds, Anomaly turns it around and scores one themselves. 3 at that. So a 10-point lead now, 3.5 minutes to go here in the first. KFC handled this one on this turnover. Anomaly back in possession. Odyssey not getting the possession this time that they got last time. But the big turnover here. Guipo turning it around, capitalizing. Oh, off the backboard. Goes wide. Mamba will have to recover. Unable to get there. Will look to play the man. Instead, that sack comes out to recover that. A bounce in here. Captain Will. Oh, the shot off the inside of the post. Out of the bubble. KFC playing it off the ceiling and sent across their far side. Loose now on the floor.
That's going to be Swaggerness with the disc right there. Sending that one high to Acorn. Acorn going to sink that one in, taking that 2-point shot there for themselves. And Kick Catastrophe has also redeemed a hydrate. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you spending your channel points. And the best way to earn them is to watch more matches. So please watch. Jump in and help us out by spending those. We appreciate it.
You know what I appreciate? People showing up November 20th.
November the 20th. What's going on then?
Echo Arena season 6 final, excuse me. And it's going to be awesome. I really want to get some of the schedule stuff out, but I think we want to make sure it's not going to change too much. Paranim Mamba, nice, it shouldn't, so I'll probably set something up for next week. Is Guipo gets that win in from Mamba. Odyssey finally able to find that goal here in the first. Because so we made some adjustments, with agreement from the mods from their relevant regions, and it's going to be interesting. Nothing major, like the formats are all appropriate and unchanged, but the scheduling is going to be interesting. So look for again November 20th.
Awesome. And that wraps up Fall Fest.
And by the way, that's relevant. They're related. The whole. We did some fun stuff with the schedule. By the way, November 20th. So watch out for that. Wonder knows what I'm talking about. Swagger hits it for the 2. Wonder was a part of that process, actually. And Swagger Anomaly will take a 12-point lead now. With, about a minute to go? Minute and a half.
Yep, minute and a half left. Well, I'm happy to see Odyssey get on the board there in round 1. I'm really hoping that round 2 we'll find them making some adjustments and able to come back really hard and hit heavy in round 2. But for now, we just have a minute left right here in this first round, and that is going to be Captain Will sending that one in, but it's going to bounce off the bloody shield one more time. That's going to be Mama making that clear, sending it back through, all the way through. It's kind of slowly moving, but it's getting there, and the stacks do come in. Paranim with the disc right now. Oh, but everybody came into the bubble. Also, Paranim sinks it in.
Paranim hits that one for a fantastic 2. That's with less than a minute left in this first round. A little too late, but in the greater context of the game, goals like that are really important. That momentum that you're building at the end of this round here can carry over into the next, and suddenly you've got the first 1, 2, 3 goals, and you have a lead there early on. Although beautiful, oh, what a stop by that stack! Was that Paranim that got that slap? I think it was. As KFC wants to set up Captain Will, unable to, will back that one out instead. Anomaly are going to look for one more goal here as KFC swinging around the post. Hits it for the 2. That's not a 12-point lead to Anomaly. That would be the final goal here of the first round, and Anomaly will take it 16-4.
That was an outstanding save, first of all. Like, my jaw dropped. that was lovely. But solid answer there from Anomaly to sink another one in and take that first round. Okay, so we talked briefly about Fall Fest and leading into the 20th, but it does begin October the 15th. And I know you want to talk more about it, so.
Well, so officially it starts October 15th. But this weekend, the 8th and 9th, which is actually 2 days from now. I just realized it's Thursday. So Saturday, Sunday. So sign up, literally, like sign up now. You know, I'll pull up the website, VRML.gg. Pretty sure, I hope I'm not giving the wrong address, but VRML.gg. Pop it up, there it is. And live now is us, that's cool. And yeah, if you scroll down, there it is. There's a post about it. Blast On Championship 2022 format overview. There's phases, there's all sorts of stuff. The prize pool, there's a ton of stuff. There's a lot of stuff they're giving out. Yeah, you see the finalists there. And then we're doing a last chance qualifier this weekend, October 8th and 9th. So again, go to the website. There's supposed to be a landing page. Yeah, there it is. So it's quite a long name. So you got to go to the website, click on the link, but it's got to be VR Master League. There it is. There it is. There it's in chat. Thank you, Wonder T Man. Sign up for that, please do. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you if you win the if you can get through the LCQ, you go on to the championship, and in the championship you'll be playing for a $10,000 prize pool. So definitely look into that. But with that said, we're back on here in round 2. First touch to Anomaly. They did take round 1. I believe it was 14-4, if memory serves. 16.
Got that last one right there at the end.
And Paradigm, though, look, see, I was just talking about it. Was I not? I was just talking about the momentum he built at the end of one round. Odyssey have a 2-point lead to start round 2.
So, based on what you have seen from these two teams in the past, is one of them more of a second round team than the other?
To be honest, so here's the thing. VRML, I didn't see a whole lot in the first 2 cycles from the Master teams. But the other comment I would make is that, relatively speaking, relative to like the age of some teams that are maybe no longer around, and the age of the league, even though it's not that old, Captain World Cross here, Opportunity KFC swinging around. That's his spot. Watch out! Boom, we got the 2. Tie game. But relatively speaking, these are relatively new rosters. Anomaly had a big shakeup at the start of the season, and I believe Odyssey the same. So not that these rosters are in any way new this season, as far as I'm aware. But my experience with them is relatively new and relatively lacking, as it were. So I don't actually have any historical commentary, so to speak, with these, other than to say there are players that have been around for a very long time and are definitely are certainly of the caliber to be a master tier and are certainly worthy of it.
That's Unsound right there with the disc in the midfield, drawing that stack out. Gonna bounce it off of the Geo. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but it worked out, and Unsound is able to get off to Mamba. Mamba on the ceiling sends it. Mamba sends it to Lil Guipo. Lil Guipo back to Mamba for the goal, taking the lead for Odyssey here in round 2.
Odyssey, very early, making a point here. They won a round 3. They do not believe that first round was representative of their team. And we can see why right now. We can also see why with the possessions they had. Very long possessions, very controlled possessions. Still dominating possession time, up by a minute and a half for 4:44 to 3:15. That's gonna be a turnover here. Guipo touches it. Loose near side, tap pass there for Paradigm to try to keep possession. Guipo gets it back. Phenomenal play there. Sends it down to Mamba here on the near side. Mamba across in the hands of Paradigm once again. And as Odyssey will now start pushing up a little bit here, a reset to Unsound. They've got 2 in the bubble, 1 at the edge, 1 inside. Interesting formation setup. Actually, kind of a square here as Unsound pushes up. 1 on the ceiling there. Lil Guipo looking for a cut, looking for something. Send backs back out to Unsound. Very aggressive setup here from Odyssey. You see their backline pushed all the way up there to the front of the bow tie. And they have 2 at the edge of the bubble. That's a very aggressive setup. I don't know what to refer to it as. A 2-1-1 bubble push, maybe. You know what? That actually works, a 2-1-1. You can see, if you see what I'm talking about, they never have more than 2 in the bubble. Right now, they're in a diamond. So very, very fluid formations here from Odyssey. As a touch there from Paradigm, stunned out. Captain Will pick it off, send it out. See, that has been plaguing Odyssey this entire game. They have these beautiful formations, beautiful passes, beautiful setups around the bubble. The moment they enter the bubble, they're not able to capitalize. It turns back around on them.
That was interesting to me to watch. Anomaly was not breaking their bubble. I mean, like they were holding it pretty firmly there, and they weren't being drawn out. And Odyssey was just passing the disc around on the outside there, and I don't know. That was interesting to watch. When you start paying attention to all of that part and how different teams do it, it's really quite interesting. And right now we see Odyssey pretty strongly right there on the edge of that bubble, and they're not man marking or anything. And that disc, it paid off though, as Mamba does make that send back out. KFC is there to pick it up though, moving back towards the goal, and it was a stun and being out of the way there, and that one's going to tie us up here in round 2.
Indeed it will. 4-4. And almost halfway through. Once again, Anomaly took round 1 16-4. So as we approach the halfway mark, Odyssey up 4-2, now tied 4-4. Have already hit that. Ooh, Paradigm a shot there. Looks like it was heading wide, but Odyssey already matched their scoring from the first round. They have absolutely slowed the scoring from Anomaly. So very different second round we're seeing as Paradigm will lateral reset there, done sound drawing KFC away from Paradigm. Paradigm gets room here, moving down the edge of the bubble. Look at that. Painful. Odyssey is up 2 by 2, 6-4.
And that's another sound, by the way. if you didn't notice the guitar riff there.
That one I have heard.
Yeah. there's some new ones that just came out with pass that are involved in the upper levels of the pass that are really cool too. Swagger Nuts with the disc now, going to send that one across the arena. Not quite going to connect, but there it is, connecting right inside the bubble with Captain Will. The ring as it does go a little high. KFC to Captain Will. Captain Will sends it across the arena to Swagger Nuts, going to sink that one in. It's tied once again with 4 minutes 30 seconds left on the clock.
And Anomaly trying to hold on here, but Odyssey, it was very clear from the start of this round they're looking to push a third, and they still are in search of that third round. So Anomaly are gonna have to watch out for this. It's Odyssey with the shouts advantage on sound. Quick pass here to Mamba on the near side. That backstack not able to intercept the shot. Almost gets it on the rebound. Repo gets it back. Wanted to back it out for another 3. Instead, after that reset to Mamba, Mamba will go all the way back to Unsound here on the back line. Still operating double stacks. Actually, they just split up on the back. It's Unsound back to Paradigm. Trying to get this one around that backstack. Look at that move. Gets away, and that stack is broken up. That's what they were trying to do. And now they're going to have a little bit easier of a time passing this one around as Guipo, looking for somebody that was not there. So somehow Paradigm gets that one back. Almost caught Anomaly in transition. Paradigm up to Mamba. Mamba will reset. That is wise. Then Unsound all the way back here. They're going to reset here. Reset this attack on the bubble. And again, they set up. It's an interesting setup. They run with a 2-1-1 on their bubble attack as Guipo hits it for the 2. And they are up once again by 2, 8-6.
They were very patient for that play. That was kind of an extended play, and they definitely weren't panicking. They were very patient and they were very calm, and their passes were exactly where they needed to be, and it paid off. And that's going to be Joust advantage going back over to Anomaly now as they do come out. Acorn going to send that disc right down very quickly as it gets all the way down the arena and almost into the blue bubble. But nobody's quite there to grab it yet, as little Guipo does make the grab and the clear, sending it all the way back down into the bubble where Unsound is, and that is going to be a goal.
KFC certainly got a big hand on it, but Odyssey are going to get the points, 10-6. You know, I for a while there, I didn't see very many technical goals, which was unusual. I think maybe the players were getting used to it and avoiding situations where they would happen. But tonight I've seen a few, and the later we go, the more I see it's odd. Is it just me, or is it confirmation bias, or is that really what's happening?
What it
I'm not
appears to
sure.
be.
It feels that way.
Yeah.
But Acorn back across. Someday we'll be free of that plague, but not today. KFC with it again there on the far side. Someday it won't be something we just have to accept about the game. And I think at this point it's okay to lament about it a little bit, even publicly. KFC, very patient here from Anomaly. They haven't been this patient this entire game. Slowing it down now. Big setup, big stop on sound. What a play there. Capital gets it back, turning it around. Actually, I believe maybe trying to get it off the KFC. We'll get it recovered, and then Crabs away. Gets this one back up. Swagger on the far side. We'll get it in for the 2. Anomaly back with the 2 with only a minute and a half to go. About minute 10 on the clock once come out the tubes. Odyssey looking good, but they have to run this clock down now.
So were they just burning the clock down there just for a moment? I'm not burning the clock down. Trying to back the disc back out to get the 3. Is that what you feel like is happening? And then they just said, let's just push it?
I don't think so. I think they were just trying to open up space in the bubble there.
Yeah.
I think the back out there from K. That's a big turnover there. Acorn with it. Sends this one up. Hits the teammate KFC here on the near side. If they get a goal here, that's huge. Big setup, big goal. They've tied it up with a minute to go. Wow.
That was very nice playing. Oh my gosh. Tie with less than 1 minute left on the clock here for round 2. With Anomaly taking round 1. This really could change things right now, as Odyssey does have the joust advantage, and they're going to come out and grab that disc quickly. Unsound with the disc right here, getting a little pressure there, trying to force the pass, and they do, but it's going to KFC makes the grab.
Oh my. Anomaly just took the lead here, 12-10. Anomaly took the first round, 16-4. Odyssey looked to be taking us to round 3. They were up, 10-6? And then somehow Anomaly coming back here. This is so clutch. There's 10 seconds here for Odyssey to do something. Odyssey coming out here on this joust advantage. Unsound, quick pass there, far side Mambo. They're going to go for a relay. They have to. Big pass across here near side. Nobody's going to recover it. With that by itself is going to do it here. Somehow Anomaly comes back here in the second round. They put this one away in 2, 12-2. Unbelievable performance from Anomaly.
I really did think we were going to get a third round again in this match. It was so close there. Wow. They turned that one around for sure.
So congrats there to Anomaly for getting that victory in 2, as they did. But with that is our last game this evening, and since we have been going for over 3 hours at this point, we're going to take off. We're not going to...
a long wrap up here?
No, certainly not. My voice. I had already planned to not cast tomorrow. If I was planning to cast tomorrow, I would have canceled. Because I'm gonna need to rest this tomorrow. So, Jeep, anything you want to say before we do get out of here?
No, just that we will probably see you again tomorrow. Somebody will from over here at the incredible group of VRML. We really appreciate you guys. We couldn't do this without you, so keep on tuning in and watching, and keep on playing. So.
Any socials to promo? We should make that a habit. We should make it a habit between any casters. You got Twitch, you got TikTok, you got Twitter, anything like that. Shout it out at the end of the cast. So you're on TikTok.
I'm on everything. Jeep Girls VR across everything.
There you go.
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
And same for me. SirDimwi.com. Obviously, check that out. But with that, Wonder on the cams. I've been SirDimwi. That was Jeep Girls. We had Wonder on the cams. We're very tired. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Somebody will see you tomorrow. We'll all see you at some point this week. Bye.
And we're underway.
VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.